I fit in the score next. My J is all net, me and David just all next. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Nation, watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. It's been between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the Nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as champs too. And when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. To stir that whole Millie rock like a fan do. That's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel. BROOKLYN, BROOKLYN.
Yo, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. Help me and Jay get this song in the Brooklyn Nets rotation. We trying to push it and push it hard, pause or whatnot. Hey, we here to talk about it. I want to let y'all know we about to go down this road. I don't know if y'all know, but I'm a troll in my side job. Like in a, what I do is, I pull up on these Milwaukee Buck pages like, Scott, yo, what up? Dropping trolls all in their chat. That's how I give it up. Know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this and that. Know what I mean? Let's get to the question in the chat, though. New Orleans get 1 through 5. No, New Orleans get 1 through 4. The New Orleans Pelicans get the Milwaukee Bucks pick 1 through 4. If it's 5 or better, or 5 or any after 5, is 5 or after 5? Yeah, that's our pick. So we want them to be trash, but not super duper trash. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm looking at. It's like I'm looking at it like the best thing for us to do is, look at it and we could watch it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know Buck fans, let them know they getting that work. They ain't got no protection. Ain't no fans over here from the Bucks. They don't come to my page. They don't want to troll my page because they know how my chat do. They know how I do. So I troll y'all. Y'all don't troll me. I troll Buck fans. They don't troll us. What? Hold on, I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. Hold it down. Shout out to Daniel Berry Sports Highlight. Shout out to Leaf Diggy. Shout out to the tip off of Brooklyn Nets podcast. That's my guy Iceman. Shout out to Leaf. You can subscribe to Leaf at youtube.com/@Leaf4788. Respect the super chat. Gotta prioritize the super chats. And again, I appreciate this because, I'm talking about the super chat because, it's a super chat. I appreciate this because I'm obvious that guy for as one everybody to build their page because I build with them. We build together. We, you know what I'm saying? All of us Nets, I didn't even know there was a Net fan named Leaf or Iceman before I was really putting in work. This is why I'll be happy when I do these streams. Like, I got real Nets fans pulling up. It's lit. Content creators, even if they're not content creators, they be knowing basketball. I'll be seeing the chat. They be talking basketball. They be acting like we ain't out here. We here. We here. You feel what I'm saying? The Brooklyn Nets fans is here. Feel what I'm saying? So yeah, man, y'all know what's up. Shout out to Barry in the building. 6 first rounds with 8 points. I love it. Oh my God. This is what I'm talking about. Yo, Barry, this is the fuck I'm talking about, bro. Act like he hurting us, acting like, oh, it was mad Knicks fans in the Barclays. What the fuck you mean it was mad Knicks fans in the Barclays? Like you don't know what's up. When he first got here, before he even put a Brooklyn Nets jersey, he was talking about playing in the guard, and now he getting that work. Tips got your ass running. You doing cardio. 8 points. 8 points, that's cardio. That's damn near cardio. That's 2 points a quarter. DiVincenzo, Randall got traded and you supposed to make up 8 points. You got 8 of them? Nah. Yeah, exactly. We got Jalen Wilson, Cam Johnson playing better than you. Huh? This is your idea to come out here. Cam Johnson hooping. 17 on them. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing. Stop acting like you don't see Cam Johnson. Know what I'm saying, getting a little gritty, getting that Brooklyn grit, playing with that. Know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, shit changing on me in Brooklyn now. This shit is different, you know. We can't call, man. We took the Brooklyn Bridges back. That's not your nickname no more. You got a different nickname. Know what I mean? But it ain't the Brooklyn Bridges. Feel what I'm saying? I'm about to throw the link in the chat. I'm about to throw the link in the chat. Bucks lose, Knicks lose. Talk to me nice. I'm feeling good about this. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like them draft picks is looking sweet, like a tiramisu, like a fucking powdered donut. What? What? I said them picks. I said they looking sweet. Hold on. We gonna slow it down. Shout to Leaf. I mean, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Appreciate that. Leaf. Talk to us about. I mean, again, am I too overwhelmed about the joy I feel about the Knicks and the Bucks losing? I mean, you're pretty. You could take it there if you want. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to, I'm trying to figure out. Should I be so happy?
Well, listen. When you happy, I'm happy. We all happy, man. I shine, you shine like Smith and Wesson. You know what I'm saying? So we all get what we want, man. Especially when it comes to the tangerines. But tonight conversation, I think it's a little bit more about the Bucks, and you know what, and shout out to Mo Beasley because he actually put it in the chat, and he basically said earlier, he says, why does Tankathon have New Orleans getting Milwaukee's pick, and this is sort of a double-edged sword because we've been over a million times 1 through 5 and 1 through 4, 5 through 30. Whoever get the pick, just at the third. My thing is that the New Orleans Pelicans have five of the 6 best players out, and we don't know when they're coming back. So I mean, the game is a foregone conclusion. I ain't even worried about the game. I'm not worried about the game because the game is tomorrow night, and tomorrow night I'm not gonna be able to do that.
But
Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm gonna
just
continue. I'm gonna continue.
hold on. Let's no. I want to slow it down because at the end of the day, again, when we talking about the Pelicans getting that pick, that's 1 through 4. We
Right.
get 5 or through whatever. So, but case in point is, with that being said, us getting 5, I don't want them to be crazy trash. I just want them to be trash. And from what I
Right.
can see, they not accidental trash. No, they really trash. Like Dame
Right.
Lillard,
Right. That
he had a
and
hold on. Dame Lillard at a place in his career where he ain't getting downhill the way he was in Portland. And on top of that, that whole threat between the pick and roll between Dame Lillard, like they advertise, they don't be doing that shit for real. I ain't never. When the last time I seen an alley from Dame Lillard to Giannis? Never. Fuck out of here. Like, they not impressing nobody. That shit gone right because they shouldn't have let go Drew. Hey, like I said, man, where the motherfucking banners at? You know what I'm saying? Not the banners.
I mean, they got a banner. They like don't get it
no,
twisted, bro.
no,
They
no, no,
got
no. I
one of
wasn't
that.
talking. I ain't meant to say banners. I meant to say something else. But I
But
can't
yeah.
wait till we get our banners. You know what I mean? But and they had a banner before Giannis. But case in point is, if with that draft pick we could get in the lottery, I think that's possible, bro. We looking like 6 or 7. That's what I'm looking at. Like, I don't know if we get 5 because I don't want to be too close to the Pelicans. Like, I'll take 6 or 7. You know what I'm saying? I could take the Bucks pick me. See, this shit basketball. Listen, this is basketball karma from the basketball gods. What they did to Kyrie, this karma coming back on them. You think it ain't? Hey, I bet you the player that we get with this pick gonna be part of the championship roster.
You know what? I mean, I think we could say that, but I think we'll be rushing the gun because we could also say, what if the Pelicans actually get this pick? Now,
We
now
don't
that
have to
now, but
worry
now
about the
before now,
Pelicans.
No. The reason why I said it is because of the question that Mo Beasley asked. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, bruh, we done gave up so many top 3 picks in the last 10 years. And when I think about JB, JT, even Reed Shepard and all the other niggas that we could have had on this team, and I think to myself, I'm like, yo, there's a pick that is supposed to be ours, but somehow, some way, I can't help but notice that the New Orleans Pelicans caught wind of that, bro, and they like really, realistically trying their hardest to get into this sweepstakes, to get into this draft sweepstakes or whatever, bro. Like,
Yo, but hold on. Let me say this about the Pelicans because that's how it is. I'm being a Brooklyn Nets fan. Facts. All I'm telling you is this: when it come down to the Pelicans and them getting first round draft picks, I'm not impressed. They got Brandon Ingram, who he a second, and they got fucking Zion Williams, and what they did with him, not impressive, bro. All of that, putting all of that stock, the NBA looking at them like, oh, let's give it to the Pelicans. If that's how how you be saying it and all of that shit, like, nah, they should look at it like this. They should look at it big fan breezy way. They should look at it in a way where they looking at it like, I bet the Brooklyn Nets ain't get a first, pick in a long time. Know what I mean? A long ass time. Know what I mean? It's best that we do it. The draft is in the Barclays. I don't fucking know. All I'm saying is the chances of us getting a good pick. I mean, this shit. Why is it such a far fetched thing? Well, you know what I mean? Why we gotta get? You know what I'm saying? Look again. Look at the talent that we got late in the draft. Like what? You get Sean Moss get a chance to get that close in the draft. Everybody talking about he gonna drop the ball. I doubt it. I fucking doubt it. Yeah, give credit to Jeff Peterson, no doubt. But at the end of the day, you trying to tell me they ain't learning the game? You trying to tell me they ain't, you know what I mean, learning the getting Jordy Fernandez because he was, you know what I mean, heard they ain't get their friend. They went in Nash and got their friend. And then after that, you know what I'm saying, they got who they heard around the league was the best for the job. That's a whole different perspective on how to do things. And again, like I say, he cleaned up his mess. He cleaned up his mess, bro. He didn't miss the fact that the attention is around a coach or post or quote unquote superstar that won a championship somewhere and then come here and then post to win it. Like, stop it, man. Like, man, I'm not trying to take it there. Shout out to Barry, because I ain't got nothing bad to say about KD. I'm not taking it there. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, Jordy, the head coach is the focal point opposed to a superstar. You know what I mean? Again, like I said, accomplish on different teams. So I don't know why you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm different, bro. Before kid won a championship, he came to the Nets first. He was hungry, bro. Talented and hungry. We need that. We need that for our identity more than you know what I'm saying? Accomplished someone. Yo, that hunger leaf to win a second championship. Every player don't have that. They don't, bro. They after they get that, look at Middleton. No disrespect to Middleton. You know what I'm saying? But it just seems, I'm just saying some players that won a championship once, that desire to try to win it again is different. Some people get comfortable. Like, yo, this is not no disrespect. I ain't even gonna say it. Fuck it. I'm gonna just I'm gonna just fall back.
Yeah, listen, listen. All the points that you made is valid, it speaks, and all of them basically displays the characteristics of the Bucks. If you want to say Giannis, Middleton, and that cast of characters, that they still have from that championship team with Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis, Chris Middleton, those names. Obviously, it turns to that, and it turns that page as to why they going through the struggles that they going through now. But right now, this ain't about the Bucks. This is about the Pelicans, basically trying to basically somewhat cut in line. And before you go off, let me finish this. My thing is that all us, the chances of us getting 2 lottery picks. Now, when you think of lottery, that's what 1 through 14. The chances of us getting lottery picks, even though we've done pretty okay in the 20s and the late 20s and in the late portion of the draft, getting talent. Obviously, Cam Thomas, obviously Clowney, obviously Jalen Wilson, obviously Clax, who we all had words for yesterday. Obviously the players that still hold a standstill on our team. Can't forget Dayron. He was in late in the first round after Cam Thomas. But all our top 14 picks in this next draft, it all rests in the hands of the NBA just saying confidence or no confidence. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is that I think the way that we playing, and I like this roster so much, and I think we all like this roster so much. We all got players that we proud of. We all got players that we proud of seeing getting their money and getting their feet wet and playing 30 plus minutes of important basketball, which we played against not only a team that's undefeated.
Bruh, but slow it down, bro. Like, what make you? I don't think the Pelicans gonna get that pick. Fuck the Pelicans.
That's
Yo,
the same.
hold on, hold on, hold
Hold
on.
on. Let me finish this. Let me finish this. Just us here. My thing is that listen, I'm feel the same exact way, but at the same time, you know how the tide can change in the NBA. So my thing is that when they see us and when they see our front office and they see all what the first thing that the NBA is gonna look at when they setting this draft up is they're gonna look at all the incompetent shit we did in the past, and they're gonna think to ourselves they're gonna think to themselves, why in the hell are we giving the Nets a number these high picks or this that the third. Now before you jump in, I'm gonna explain this. The,
Where the logic, bro?
the logic is that we've thrown so many of these picks away that belong to us in the
Bro,
first place.
listen, bro. Did you hear what I said?
I heard what you said, and I agree
I
with
so
that. But I
so
but I but
I
I'm not
so.
countering. I'm just displaying another logical fact within this
But
whole
you saying,
conundrum
but
right now.
you saying it like it's a sure thing, and I'm saying it like
I don't
seeing
know if
Big
it's a
Fan
sure
Breezy
thing. I
way.
don't know if what you said is a sure thing. I just don't
Nah,
know.
I ain't saying it's a sure thing. I
And
said
it
it's
draws.
how I would do it.
And the thing is, I think everything that you saying and everything that I said, it draws reason for concern, because if we had like anytime we in a spot where it's another team involved, 9 times out of 10 since we've been in Brooklyn, bro, it's been almost thumbs up on another team involved since we've been here. Since we've been in Barclays, bro, there are no lottery picks. None. Since we've been here. And now is it
Bro,
time for lottery if is it
again,
time for lottery picks? Are we overdue? Absolutely. But at the
bro,
same
hold on.
time,
But are we looking at the obvious? First off and foremost, we all agreed before the season started, no one had the Bucks being this bad, right?
no, absolutely
So
not.
we wasn't even thinking about, oh, me. I wasn't even saying Big Fan Breezy wasn't like, yo, oh, we gonna get a top lottery pick because of the Bucks. I wasn't not saying that shit. I was like, yo, we gonna get
I mean,
like
but
a
we
good
did have it on
player
our mind
because
though.
no, I didn't. I'll be honest. I'm if you know, I don't want to. How
Before
you
the
say
season
just
started, bro, we did have the Knicks
no.
somehow biting the dust, and that way we could still
No,
compete.
no. As a Nets fan, I feel your Net fan spirit. You want the Knicks to play bad, but no, I thought the Knicks were going to be good. I was doing the podcast with T Tom and shit, and this was before the trade, and I thought they was going to keep the villain over everybody,
But
and nah, they ain't do
but
that
when
shit.
that Karl Anthony Towns trade hit, everybody kept saying, bro, yo, the Knicks lost depth, they lost defense, and they lost key components that led to the team that they had to last year being as good as it was.
Yo,
And
you know what's bad though? Again, the Knicks had Cat, Jalen Brunson, and OG scoring big, both or like looking like a trio, and they lost. It wasn't enough. Like, of course it ain't enough. Y'all had quickly getting busy over there. Y'all trade him. Oh, okay. Y'all got DiVincenzo. All right, cool. You trade him. You think Brunson could do everything? Y'all don't want him to take a fucking rest? He already showed you that he'll run through. Hold on. Brunson already showed that he'll run through a wall for the Knicks. And y'all trade the help that he need when he go to the bench. And he hardly go to the bench.
Absolutely, and I agree with you. Listen, the Knicks. Listen, I agree with you. The Knicks made one trade too many, and we got 2 games coming up against them. We gonna deal with that, bro. Like that conversation. We already dealt with the Buck situation. My issue tonight, as me and you speak, as ain't nobody else here. My issue
What issue?
tonight is the
What happened?
Pelicans jumping the front line. That's my
They
issue.
not jumping the front line. They had Ingram and Zion Williams. They missed. They should have got John Morant. Bro, they don't know what they doing, bro. Like, listen, all I'm saying is, even if they do know what they doing because of Willie Green and the coach, at the end of the day, you talking about history with high draft picks. Look at their history, bro. Like, why give it to them? Like, they sad. I'm not
Well,
giving them shit.
well,
Look,
well, well,
they
well.
got what they got already. They let CJ McCollum take a last shot in the playoffs. Why wasn't going to the Brandon Ingram? I would never know. Anytime in the offseason, they would talk about, oh, Brandon Ingram, Iceman was talking that shit. Oh, let Brandon Ingram come to the Nets. I was like, hell no. Hell no. Let it that. He was asking for wild bread.
He was,
Give it to him.
and
Give
I
it to him. I'm not saying don't give it to him. Give it to him, but not here.
right. I agree. You're right. You're right, and I agree with you, bro. Listen. I was right with you when I said, yo, I don't think Brandon Ingram got that fire to play over in any of the East Coast cities, and especially in New York or Brooklyn. I don't think he got that fire to play here, bro. I see him in New Orleans, and I see spurts. I see his talent, but I don't see that it factor. I don't see that. I don't see that dog. I don't see. I see just a lot of talent, but I don't see the will. I don't see the will to win. Cam Thomas, listen, whatever he lacks in other areas, bro, he still got the will to win. He still got the will to win. Like, all right, yo, I'm taking this and I'm living and dying with it. That's different. My whole thing
Yeah.
is this, and when we go look back at the Pelicans draft history, it reads, Zion number one, what you call it, who was it? Who we just talking about? Ingram, they traded for. They got him from the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
CJ,
But no,
they
no, 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 no. Let's bring context to those two things. One, okay, he got drafted with the Lakers, but in what year? Was it his second year as a professional basketball player? He got to the Pelicans.
I think it was year number 3 because
It had
that's
to
the
be
year they
two or
traded for
three.
AD. That's the year they traded for
Right,
AD.
right. So what I'm saying is they got him early stages of player development,
Right.
right? And how far they went in the playoffs, bro. Would you consider that success, far as what they did with the draft? And then the second thing I wanted to, which was the first thing about Zion Williams, so, bro, what kind of shout out to Ice Man? I did just call him out like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah. Iceman name did get dropped in, bro. Like you did. I don't know
Shout
if that was willingly, but like it was a lot of
yeah.
fire on that. But before I
Yeah,
pass it to
hold on.
Iceman,
Let me get to my talking point. You saying that the draft pick and what they did, bro? They ain't do again. Far as those two draft picks together, that's damn near what Tatum and Brown. Far as just draft pick, right? Like Tatum and Brown is what, a third and a third, or a third and a second, or something like that.
third and the third.
Third and a
Tatum
third,
and
right?
Brown in the
All right.
third and the
So
third.
and Zion Williams and you feel me? What's his name? Oh, Brandon Ingram. It's a first and a what?
Zion is the first, and Brandon Ingram was a second, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly, bro.
But he
They
was
think
picked
that.
by the Lakers
Hold
though.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. We doing what we doing, but our highest draft pick is 10th with Zion Williams, right? All right, so
Right.
it's something like that. So I'm saying that to say we doing good with draft. We got, you know what I'm saying? Like the Brooklyn Nets, we in a situation where, again, like I said, the coaches, I mean not the coaches, the players, the college players, they get a bird's eye view of what they want a head coach to help their NBA career look like. And they see the way Jordy Fernandez is coaching and they say, I want to play for him. This is what
Uh,
I'm trying to tell you,
no, no.
bro. We
Listen.
paying to get the best picks.
I understand what you're saying, but here's the thing, bro. Like the only reason why I didn't count Zaire, bro, is for the same reason why you don't want free agents or trades over here. You counted Cam Thomas, you counted Dayron, you counted Nick Claxton, you counted Clowney, you counted Jalen Wilson. Why? Because they actually got drafted by the Nets. So before you go on, I'm gonna just go on forward. Who actually got drafted by the Pelicans? You ready? I'm gonna just go down the names. Zion went number 1 back in 2019. Buddy Hield, who they don't have no more. That he went number 6 back in 2016. Nerlens Noel went number 6 back in 2013. 2012. AD went number 1 back in 2012 when they were still the Hornets. So I'm gonna just go from Zion up. So Zion up, that's number 1. 2020, they got Kira Lewis. I don't even know who the hell that is. They got him. 2021. They got Zaire Williams, who is on our team, but they traded him on draft day to Memphis. The 2022, they got Dyson Daniels, who is currently on the Hawks. He actually balling right now. That's another lottery pick. And a last lottery pick, who they still got on their team is Jordan Hawkins, bro. This is the best they can do. And now I understand peep the numbers that I read off. Number 1 is Zion. Number 13 is Kira Lewis. Number 10 is Zaire
Bro, I
Williams.
heard you. Stop it, bro. I heard you. All I'm saying is I'm not impressed. You know what I mean? I don't want to be long-winded. I want to go to Iceman because I did call him out. And now I'm trying to figure out, well, what did I say again? I said, oh, I didn't want Brandon Ingram, and he likes Brandon Ingram on the
Yeah,
team.
and you
Talk to me, Iceman.
attached Iceman name to Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, that's right.
You attach Iceman. I remember what Iceman said about Brad, but
All
I
right, no, I
respectfully
want to hear it
decline.
again. I want to hear it again. That's why I'm glad he pulled up, bro. All right,
Yeah,
let's talk to us, Iceman.
yeah.
What's
You
good?
know, the reason I want Brandon Ingram, right, is because if you look at how the Pelicans built their roster, he's like Cam Thomas over there, but he got Zion whenever Zion's on the floor. And that's like the only real guy he has that can score. CJ can score like that, but he's not he's not a big time scorer. So the reason I wanted Ingram over here, because it would be way harder to guard Cam the way they do now if you had someone like Ingram. But I would like even if we went through the draft and got Ace, I would still want Ingram because then we start looking like Boston. You know what I'm saying?
I got pushback for that. The only
All right,
pushback
all right, hold on.
Let him
I'm
finish,
gonna let you
Lee. Let him
continue. And I'm
finish,
gonna get my
Lee. Right.
pushback for that.
All right, because
The only-
Brandon Ingram is a scorer. He can score. I get what everybody says about he might not have that motor all the time and stuff like that. It's still harder to guard him when he's on the floor. Like when he's in a scoring mode, like everybody has problems with him. So if you already got problems with Cam and you put Ingram next to him, that's even harder. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't double Cam when he's on the floor because you won't get torched. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him torch Boston by himself. You know what I mean? So if you got another torch right next to you and you draft like an ace or something like that, it's like good luck. You know what I'm saying? Because Tatum can't guard him and they can't guard Cam Thomas either. So
I want to give pushback to that Ice only because, bro, like the way that he's used on the Pelicans when they have Zion in the game, bro, Zion is occupying the paint and occupying dribble handoffs and getting downhill and getting to the basket. The areas that Ingram occupies, those are the same areas that Cam Thomas occupies. The mid range, the top, the elbows, those jump shots that he occupies. So now you're taking spaces off the court, bro, like off Cam Thomas, which we don't want to do. That's number one. Number two, you mentioned his motor, and we already got a coach that's going to help, that's going to hold guys responsible if they don't get back on defense, if they don't hustle, if they don't play with grit, and if they don't play with grind. Look at the way our team been playing against an undefeated team and the defending champions, taking them niggas all the way down to the wire. The Nets team, the effort and the collective effort, man, that our group have shown, bro. I don't think Brandon Ingram is ready for that. And I don't think Brandon Ingram is ready to get his hands dirty in this type of system and in this type of playing style. Because if you don't compete on defense, you don't play. And we already know Brandon Ingram is not. He is on the bottom of the barrel in terms of scorers that don't really compete on defense, bro. Like my thing is that. And now you want to put him in a space where him and Cam Thomas is occupying the same areas. They're gonna be in each other's way. To me,
Right.
I just see it as a bad influx, bro. I understand his talent, but I just see it as a bad influx, man. And now, if you want to say Cam Thomas, stay in the game, and then he go to the bench, and then you switch him out, eventually they're gonna have to play on the same court together because that's a shot creator. The
All
shot
right.
creator that we need is the shot creator that doesn't really need the ball. He like as he could play off the ball and get shots like off of one dribble. That's the shot creator that we looking for.
Okay.
Since the moment that you told me about Ace Bailey, I was sold. The reason being, bro, is because he don't need the ball like that. He
Uh,
like you could give him the ball, bro, off a pick and curl, one dribble shot to one cut to the basket, space out to the 3 pointer.
professional basketball. I ain't gonna
Professional,
hold
yeah,
you.
exactly. So that the second that you told me, I remember, bro, you kept telling me about Ace, bro, all summer. And the second that you told me about him, I was sold. I don't want nobody else. I don't want Ingram. I don't want KD. I don't want none of these niggas. I want him. I want
Yeah,
him, bro.
I want for me it would have been Ace for number one, of course. But Murray would have been my other guy right there, man. Murray, he could pass. I think he would have fit good and he's gritty. He got
I think
that
Murray would have fit
attitude.
very, very well with us. But I think the thing with Murray, I think a lot of what he's bringing, I don't like, and he's injured, by the way. So like, he's one of the players that we don't even know when he's coming back for the Pelicans. So the Pelicans got 5 of their 6 best players injured. If we don't win this game, it's a travesty. I don't know what the hell is going on. But if we do win this game, it's a double-edged sword because everything. Now I was talking about Breezy earlier, but that don't. But we over that. My whole thing is that the other scorer that you need to pair with Cam Thomas is occupying 3 point line and 3 point line, and he doesn't need the ball all the time to
Hold
get a
on.
shot.
Hold on, Leaf. Let me say this. I'm gonna be honest with you. Say what you want about Sean Marks, but I think Jordy Fernandez got a firm grip on what kind of player he wants to represent the franchise. The whole idea of it, I think he grasped it. He knows that the draft pick that we have is going to be a player that's supposed to be a franchise player. Also, the immediate knowing Cam Thomas can be that player. Y'all see me do a stream called "The Franchise Before the Franchise Player," right? I mean
Yeah, I
that.
remember that.
They. I think it's because of Jordy Fernandez. Jordy Fernandez is like, all right, I'm gonna do the best with what I had. I can't look these guys in the face and not tell them to compete. He's not built that way. You know what I'm saying? Jordy Fernandez. He's not that kind of guy. Like, and I know that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But nah, somebody like Cam Thomas, you definitely gonna have to trade people because people are definitely trying to get the bag too. Somebody like Zaire Williams, somebody want him on the roster after he would have do with the Brooklyn Nets. There's a lot of teams like that's the whole Cleveland thing with Kenny Atkinson and Karras and Jarrett. Like they, you know what I mean, to play pieces off our team and put on a different team because it worked here. So much
Right.
so that they made sure that they were together there. That shit is on
Yo,
purpose.
I'm getting, you know what vibes I'm getting after we implement a couple pieces on the Brooklyn Nets. Like if we get Ace or whatever, we kind of have like Timberwolves. Like we kind of lengthy pause. Like we very long, like that's why we so good defensively. We just need like a couple star power. I would say like one or two, and
But hold on,
we
hold on. The moral of that story is don't give up your pieces.
yeah
Because
yeah.
so there's gonna be a championship team. Look, Kenny Atkinson, and Karis LeVert and Jarrett Allen, that is the common denominator to the Brooklyn Nets. They are part of a team that is on a championship run. They made that shit happen. The only reason why JB Bickerstaff got fired, you gotta realize he not fired like he ain't gonna get a job in the NBA. He fired like he ain't gonna be the coach. It's because Kenny Atkinson wanted that job. And they know he's the best with Jarrett Allen. Jarrett Allen, look at his stats from rookie to when he left to the Brooklyn Nets. They increase season after season. Player development, he was on point, and then he watched a championship contending team with the best seat in the house as an assistant coach. So yeah, he got ideas, but they ain't final.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He coached his butt
You know
off
what?
last night.
I
He
agree
had
with
to
that.
coach. He
Agree.
coached
I
it.
agree with that. Breeze, and the touch on the point that you just said. Um, we not only gotta look at what Jaron Allen was doing from time to time. We gotta look at what Jaron Allen was doing under Kenny Atkinson when he was here. So like the thing is, he was like if I'm not mistaken, he was top 5 in blocks and top 5 in rebounds when he was here. If you go back to that year, when D'Lo played his best basketball in a Nets uniform, Karis LeVert played his best basketball as a starter in the Nets uniform. Jared Allen, bro, like you could argue, bro, like that he was playing some of his best basketball in the Nets uniform. Well, if you want to argue the Cavs, you can argue that. That's on me. But
Yeah, no, he was tough versus some of the better centers, quote unquote, for better centers at the time. Jared Allen was competing,
oh
man.
yeah,
He
yeah,
was,
yeah, definitely. He was right. He was making his way towards being a top 10 center,
yeah,
in the
for
Nets
sure,
uniform for
for
sure.
sure.
So Kenny Atkinson, man, like listen, that's probably my biggest regret, bro. Like as a Nets fan, I like at that front office is gonna rule a day that they let Kenny Atkinson walk, man, because Kenny Atkinson got this franchise out of obscurity after the KG situation and shit, and what Billy King left us with, and he was about to turn this shit from ground zero to Rome. That's what he was on his way to doing, bro. Like in the way that he got those young players to play at the time. Karis LeVert had to be the same age as Cam Thomas at the time, if I'm not mistaken. Had to be.
Yo, hold on. And again, shout out to Iceman. I'm a read this comment, but then I'm gonna pass it to Iceman. I know the fans want to hear from Iceman. 19 of y'all in the chat, please hit that like button. Subscribe to Leaf, Iceman, and me. I appreciate that. Rockin' Bread in the chat. He said, I like the core of the team. We just need to be bigger, pause, and have better big man play. Now, like I mentioned how Jordy Fernandez seemed, you know, a Demontis Sabonis and how the offense was ran around the Demontis Sabonis. The significance to Demontis Sabonis is him creating offense in the low post, in the space between inside the 3-point line and outside of the paint, right? Because you can't get 3 seconds. So he knows how to, I would say he took notes and probably knows a few things about how to have a player with their back to the basket, right? So, and I think he knows what to look for in the draft. I don't think Sean Marks is in the driver's seat on this one. I think who has a lot to say is Jordy Fernandez in the draft. I think Jordy Fernandez does well. I know it's supposed to be an assistant manager, but assistant general manager, but nah, I'm not saying they don't have a voice, but I do think that they're all ears with each other, but they trust Jordy. They trust Jordy. It's not like he's just this. I think that's what it is. They trust him. They trust his experience. They trust his tenure in the NBA. And he's seen players develop, and he's doing that with Cam Thomas. And again, these players gonna want to play for Cam Thomas. I said this earlier, more animated, but what he does with Cam Thomas, and how college players feel about Cam Thomas, giving him the opportunity because he playing the other side of the ball. It shows you a fair coach. Players can respect that. Players, because if I play defense, I'll get the, you know what I'm saying? I'll get the ball. And again, I'm gonna be honest. I get this from Dejounte Murray. Dejounte Murray said he called Kawhi Leonard and asked Hockey to get playing time from Coach Pop, and Kawhi Leonard said you gotta play defense first. So I see that in Jordy Fernandez. You gotta play defense first. You don't guard, you don't play. You feel what I'm saying? We as Nets fans, we should be confident because we got a quality head coach in Jordy Fernandez. Serious.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. And while we on this subject, bro, like not to put it out there, but I think honestly, bro, we should be like, I don't have no problem with the small ball five, bro, with Jordy Fernandez, because everybody is playing defense, and everybody is scrappy enough. You know what I'm saying? Like if we just so happen to run into a Joker or Joel or any of like the bigs that's gonna take, like that's skilled enough to like get their way, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, you know, my dream of getting a big man that's gonna man the paint and gonna hold the fort on defense all over the court on all possessions, that shit is just not really in the cards. But however, Clowney is the closest. Clowney and Claxton are the closest things to that defensively. They just lightweight. That's all it is. But the thing about Clowney is that I could live with Clowney being somewhat in the future spot, just off the strength that he could make a lot of defenses honest. He could make a lot of centers honest. They ain't no more hanging around the paint, man, because you gotta attend for that boy shooting that three. Ain't no more laying down there for a block or a rebound, man. So because you know what I'm saying. So I'm cool with having 5 shooters on the court, even if it's a 7-footer at our 5, man. Like what I'm not
Yeah,
cool with,
nah, I'm
bro.
not. I'm not with that 5 and out shit. We got to get to that pick and roll. I wanted to go to Ice, man. Go ahead, Dolly.
I'm cool. The reason why I'm cool with it because we actually got somebody that not only could shoot at that could play the 4 and 5, but we got somebody that could defend too. We got somebody that could rebound. He do the same shit Claxton do, bro. Only difference is he can actually shoot and put the ball on the floor and get to some type of offense. Like Nick Claxton, bro, like getting 100 mil, I wasn't mad at. But the thing is, I know in games like last night, a lot of times those are the games to where the better teams is gonna start to expose who he really is. You know what I'm
But nah,
saying?
he's not. We all say he shouldn't be playing by himself, but not to get too much on Clax. So I think we, you know what I mean. We cleared the air with Clax last stream. You know what I mean. I just want to fall back off Clax right now. But Iceman, this is a really important question. I gotta ask you this. You heard what I said about Karis LeVert, Kenny Atkinson, and Jared Allen. They take our pieces and they made sure that they was together. Name 3 things as head coach. Do we value Jordy Fernandez the same way we did Kenny Atkinson? Is that a yes or no? And who would be is Nick Claxton somebody that we should keep? And since we keep talking about Claxton, as far as like being on the championship round, of us like Jared Allen and Karis LeVert, they part of contending on the championship team and they together. And Kenny Atkinson, that's the major part of what I'm saying, Iceman. That's the major part of what I'm saying. So I'm saying, me before asking you, I'm keeping Jordy Fernandez. And if I had to keep 2 other players, you know me, I'm keeping Cam Thomas. And if I had to keep 1 more player,
Noah Clowney.
that's tough. That's tough.
Man,
Because
this
I
shit ain't
like
hard.
that.
This shit ain't hard.
Hold on.
It's not a hard decision, bro.
Listen, hold on. The reason why I agree with Noah Clowney is because Zaire Williams, as good as he is, if we going for Ace Bailey, it's like you don't want to be redundant at the small forward. You feel what I'm saying? But other than that,
Not redundancy.
that shit is not a gap for me, bro. That shit is close between Clowney and Zaire Williams, bro.
I
So I'm
don't.
asking you, Iceman. Hold
I
on. Let's
doubt
go to
it.
Iceman. Hold on, let's go to Iceman. Iceman, are you keeping the head coach? Do you value him the same way you did as a Nets fan, like Kenny Atkinson when he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
there?
yeah. Jordan, definitely.
The Jordy is
All
Definitely
right.
is
Tell
high
me
Two
on
about
the
you,
players.
value
Jordan.
Hold
right
on.
now.
2 players like Cleveland got Jared Allen and Karis LeVert. 2 players you would keep part of this championship contending team. Name 2 players, Iceman.
Ah, yo, yeah, I would keep Clax. I would keep Clax. And I would keep Cam Thomas.
Clark's gotta fucking
Look,
go.
but look,
No, let him say why. Let him say why.
it's tough though, right? It's tough because here's what I'm gonna say. Like that's just tough because it depends on how you build a roster and you want to have versatility, right? You know what I'm saying? So Clax can do.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, if you look at when Claxton is out, right, and Clowney had his chance to play center, it's not the same. It is definitely not the same, right? Because Claxton makes you alter shots and all that coming in the post because he's 6'11". You know what I mean? And he's taller than Clowney. But at the same time, right?
Him and Clowney basically the same height, but go ahead.
Nah, he's definitely not because he's shorter than Ben, right? And Ben is 6'10". I think Clowney's maybe the same height. 6'10".
I mean,
6'9",
like you could have
right?
fooled me. All of them niggas is 6'10" to me, but go ahead.
right? But
Nah,
he does.
Zion Williams is shorter than Clowney. I can see
Um,
that.
yeah, because he's 6'10". So yeah, he
Mhm.
gotta be 6'9". Clowney gotta be 6'9". So that's
Okay.
another Daron Sharp in the post at 6'9", right? So it's hard. You need versatility, and Claxton offers you that. But if you like you saying in the draft, you want to play 5 out, they got centers in the draft that can do that. That's 7 foot, right?
Hold on, cause you dancing right now,
No,
bro.
no, no, no,
You
no.
you, you, you keeping Zion Williams?
I'm not
Who's
gonna
the
lie. The
second
word
player?
gymnastics is crazy, bro. But go ahead.
Nah. Yeah, I would keep. I would keep Zaire. I would keep Zaire too.
Okay, Zion Claxton, part of the championship team.
I
That's
would keep them
tough, bro. That's tough. All right, hold
because
on. I do want to hear the soliloquy, but I want to go to Ivan. I do want to hear y'all soliloquies though, bro, because I'm gonna definitely
I'll go
say
last,
mine,
bro.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I
go
go.
ahead, Ivan. If we keeping Jordy Fernandez, I ain't failing to ask you that. But two players you keeping part of the championship team. Like, and I'm asking this because we was talking and we parting, and basically, you know what I'm saying. Cleveland Cavaliers, they got Kenny Atkinson, Karis LeVert, and Jared Allen. So I was like, yo, we gotta keep our pieces. You know what I mean. Our pieces go in the free agency, and these other teams, they made sure they was together, bro. Like not these other teams, Cleveland, they in the Eastern Conference, so you know they looking. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So I'm saying that to
Yeah.
say, Ivan, talk to me. Two players you keep part of this championship contending team.
I gotta go with Cam and Clowney, but I also keep I know only can pick a two, but I don't feel the same way I felt about Clarkson yesterday. I think it's all about like Iceman said, it's all about matchups. Some matchups, yes, Clarkson can't play. Just like Atkinson, like what he did last time. I like what he did with the rotations, how he didn't play Allen in that fourth quarter. Clarkson shouldn't be playing on that fourth quarter either. But that's all I gotta say. But I will keep Cam and Clowney for sure.
Cam and Clowney, that's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. And I say Cam and Clowney because again, I feel like what Cam is doing on the short contract, like he don't. For one, he's a professional and he's looking at it like an opportunity. Like, yeah, even he knows that he's right. They should have played them earlier in the stand the third, but he still cares about his his career, his basketball career, and he's drafted here and he's here and he got the opportunity here, and he's looking like, if out of all of the players that been here and all the stuff that I heard in the media about all the other players, he's the one that appreciates being here. So I want to make him part of the championship team. If anybody should win with the Brooklyn Nets, it's Cam Thomas, bro. It's not just because he's this super duper elite player and he's my favorite player. It's like I like the loyalty from player to franchise. I do, bro. I like the culture of it. I like building on something. I think Jordy Fernandez is taking full advantage of it. With
But
the relationship and bonding
I'm
down
gonna
the same
go and
time.
I'm gonna go and say mine.
And Clowney, because he a four that can spread the space the
and not
floor,
only that,
basically,
Clowney can
and play
actually
deep.
pass.
Clowney, hold
When
up,
he
and the
actually
reason
pass too a little bit off that
exactly,
effective.
Clowney is starting to learn a lot of things early. Remind ourselves he only 20 years old, and y'all niggas was giving me the whole goddamn Cam Thomas is young shit, man. When we got to get the same exact grace for Clowney because he's only 20 years old, and we shouldn't have never got him in the draft to begin with. We got lucky,
Nah, I
and
like
and
I like I like Clowney in the draft. I do. I like stretch big, and it can we had success with fours, man. Derek Coleman, Kenyon Martin. We had
but
success with fours, man.
the reason why I want to keep Clowney because eventually he's gonna be playing that 5 spot when he starts to fill out his full athletic frame. You know what I'm saying? So basically Clax is on borrowed time for these reasons. One, because his lack of offense, and two is the injuries is starting to catch up to him. One of the reasons why he was coming off the bench this year is because of the injuries and because it's his offense. And I understand why Jordy Fernandez did that right off the rip. The problem that happened yesterday is that Clowney deserved the right to play in that game in the fourth quarter. He did not play in that fourth quarter the way I should have. Now Zaire, the monkey wrench in the whole thing, which is really not a monkey wrench, but like it's more of an addition, is the fact that Zaire is a top 10 pick, and the way that he's playing, he's probably going to get a lot more money than we intended for him to get because he's basically on the same come up contract that Cam Thomas is on because they both came out of the same draft. So Zaire being a top 10 pick and him playing the way that he's playing is probably going to get him a lot more money than a lot of us even thought of. So like that, people got to look out for that. But the two players that I will want to keep is Cam Thomas and Clowney, because Clowney adds a dimension offensively that a lot of fours and fives don't add. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he's learning how to pass, he's learning how to put it on the floor, get his own bucket. Obviously, well, we already know he's probably gonna get strong enough to where we could put him at the 5, but not lose any of the athleticism. Is he the athlete that Clax is? No, but shit, I couldn't tell, man. Shit, I mean, at this time, man, because Clax is basically kind of somewhat still playing hurt anyway. He got shoulder wraps when he come in the game and all that shit. So Cam and Clowney, I'm keeping, man, and figure out a way to keep Zaire too, because Zaire is actually a small forward. He's a legitimate small forward. Put him anywhere else, he getting baby, bro. Like, so
Yeah,
put
let
him
him
small
come off the
forward.
bench. I said that shit about Ace Bailey, but truth is, bro, I'm letting Zaire rock, bro. It
Yep.
gotta be 3 players. Fuck it. We ain't gotta follow Cleveland. That's Cleveland. They doing that shit the way they doing it. We gonna do it our way. Fuck that. It's Brooklyn
Right.
way.
And not only that
We
too, I
keep
think
Zaire.
got our Jared Allen and Mobley, Clowney and Claxton. That's kind of our version of it a little bit. You know what I mean?
No, it ain't.
You don't think so? Like I said,
No,
Allen ain't
no, it's not. No, it's not. No. Erase what you just said. It's not. No, that's no. No.
that's the our version, not
No,
nowhere.
no. Whatever would no.
Why not?
Absolutely
Why
not.
not?
No.
Well, Jared
Yo,
No.
Allen is not. Jared Allen is not an offensive juggernaut.
But Jared Allen is legitimate. What, 17 and 13 on any given year? Last time I checked, man, Claxton was 12-9 at best. So realistically, like, now I understand that Clax can have advantages, bro, against certain centers, when he has a speed advantage and when he's in
Yeah,
transition and shit. But
yeah.
like, when the game slows down, Clax is at a very, very big time disadvantage, bro. Like, the thing that makes people comfortable with Ben Simmons is that Ben Simmons can actually, set actual screens, and he has the frame, and he could dribble. So like that, and that's one of the reasons why Iceman ain't gonna never come up off the fact that Ben Simmons is actually pretty much somewhat important to what we've been doing so far this year. You know what I'm saying? So like, in a whole, and is he as important as Clax on defense, man? No, probably not, because Clax is protecting the basket, he's getting blocks, he's getting rebounds and pushing, and he's getting his opportunities here and there. The problem is when the half court set arrives, Clax is basically a no show, and we saw that yesterday.
Yeah, I think what people I think is matchups. Even Jordy Fernandez said he should have subbed better. Like you said, Claxton could play, but he should never been playing in that fourth quarter. Because
Ever.
Atkinson did it. Atkinson Allen didn't play. Mobley didn't play all fourth quarter either. They went small.
But at the same time, Mobley defensively, we already know he top 10 secure, bro. Like, so like the thing is, they could live with Mobley because they got the shooting around Mobley, man, to take care of that. Mobley can play
Yeah.
in the
But
inside.
I'm just saying that Atkinson experiment more. He outcoached Jordy last night in the fourth quarter. Jordy admitted.
Yeah, of course he did.
Yeah.
And listen, the person that we let walk away, I just so happened to outcoach the Nets. The person that we let walk out the door and said, "Nah, we ain't giving you no contract." That's the same person that outcoached us last night. So congratulations, front office. You did great. Fucking
Bro,
idiots.
that wasn't necessary.
Yes, it was.
We all dealing with the pain. You ain't gotta take it there.
right.
So
He,
hold on. So
What?
hold on. We blaming Sean Marks and Joe Tsai for KD and Kyrie
No, we blaming him for letting Kenny Atkinson walk out the door in the first place. That shouldn't have never happened.
because KD and Kyrie did say, uh, go ahead, continue. What happened? Like
What happened was Kenny Atkinson was with that team that had Karis LeVert and Jared Allen, and the year after, we knew Kevin Durant wasn't going to play that year, but yet Kevin Durant and Kyrie had so much say as to who was going to be the coach, when we had a coach all along in Kenny Atkinson that was developing young talent. And if I'm not mistaken, Kenny Atkinson was on the coaching staff that Kevin Durant was on the fucking Warriors, if I'm not mistaken. If I hope I'm not, I hope
Yo,
I'm not
yo,
lying about that.
yo, Leaf, why are you dancing around and just call a spade as a spade? Like, they backed his boy. Like, they said Jared Allen shouldn't be starting because of DJ should be starting, and he's a vet.
DeAndre Jordan, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember
Oh,
that.
okay. So why don't you say that? And after that, what happened?
After that,
Kenny stood up and started talking, right?
yep,
What happened after that?
got
What
let
happened
go.
after that? What happened after that is that they went to the what's his name, Joe Tsai. They stepped above what's his name, Sean Martzigi. The first time. This is the first time they stepped above.
Adar, I don't want to go all the way down the past, man. All I know is that Kenny Atkinson is not here, and he's on another team that's unfucking defeated right now. I'm not
Okay,
happy.
listen, we get out coached? I'm not really sure about that. We just didn't have enough talent. To me, from what I've seen, the game versus Cavs, and the same thing happened versus Boston.
We and just
They
to let you
have
know,
no,
Adar, we
they have
outscored them 30-5 in between the second and the third quarter. We outscored them 30-5 with the lineup that we had on the court. By the way, Claxton was not on the court during that time. Noah Clowney was. Because Noah Clowney, bro, was making the defense honest, bro. He moved. Jared Allen didn't get played in the fourth quarter for a reason. And Evan Mobley was all they had. All you had to do was put somebody on the court that was going to make Evan Mobley honest. Because Evan Mobley saw Claxton on the court, bro. He said, "I'm not playing defense on him. I'm covering the basket." And then every time they led they led one of our offensive players a certain way, they led him right to
what
Evan
no
Mobley,
hold
and
on
that's
now
what happened.
what Noah Clowney's stat was at the game, like what he scored, like from the 3 point line and from the field, like what did he do?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you that in a minute.
And what lineups were at the time?
The lineups at the time was
Hmm.
Jared Allen was on the court, if I'm not mistaken. That's when Clowney was probably the most effective. But like every day, a lot of the shit didn't show on the stat sheet. A lot of it didn't show on the stat sheet, and I'm
They
sure that
played.
it didn't
We
show on the
played.
stat sheet.
We played.
Yeah, numbers are exactly where I'm going, because numbers have to be put in the context. It was a chess match, and what happened is it wasn't Mobley who was making a difference. It was Darius Garland who was killing us, if we're being hundred, and we
Darius,
had no answer.
Darius Garland played the part too, but however, we was able to counter react that because of our spacing. The spacing that we
No,
had.
what happened was we ain't had no answer for Darius Garland, and we start looking around. And because Nick Claxton is that good on the perimeter defense, this is why what's his name, Jordi Fernandez. And remember, he is in that what's his name practice facility, and he is the one who put his system on in the place. He knows his personnel way better. So he knows Claxton is one of the best perimeter defenders. He once he The difference is Kenny Atkinson. We all know he's a guru. He's a magician when it comes to the guards. Like when he took the Cleveland job, everybody knew from the door he's gonna unlock Darius Garland. That's why they hired what's his name instead of trading Darius Garland to New Orleans Pelicans. Remember they were offering 3 picks for what's his name for Darius
For
Garland
Darius
at the time.
Garland, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
but my thing is when you look at it, when we say added, even we would have added Finney Smith on the 5, we were saying spacing the floor because Claxton was no factor to us.
Exactly.
I like DFS shouldn't be on this roster right
Oh,
now.
yeah, no,
Like
it doesn't matter.
But he
he
is
should
on
have
this roster.
Yeah, he is. We're talking about the roster we have now, SL. We're not talking about the future. We talk about we had a better chance spacing the floor than having Nick Claxton. How much points Nick Claxton scored in the fourth quarter, SL?
Bingo.
Yes, exactly. So and he can't create his offense at all. He can't shoot threes. We can't throw in lobs. He's ineffective. We basically was playing 4 against 5 because Mobley was effective and Mobley was dangerous both end of the court. Yes, Garland was killing us, but Mobley was too. So we saying if we added Clowney at least at the 5, at least we could take Mobley out the pick. 'Cause Mobley was killing us standing there. Too, he was a twin tower blocking our shot.
Exactly, bro. Like if Mobley isn't allowed to stand there, we can
So
counter-react what
so you,
hold on. We could counter-react what they're doing, bro, on the offensive end with Darius Garland, because Darius Garland was only mostly scoring off of momentum.
Yes,
Once they got that 7-0 run going to underneath 3 minutes, bro, and underneath the 2.5 minute mark, bro, we didn't score at all. We was up by 7 and we didn't score at all because the
yes.
spacing was bad. The turnovers mounted up.
Facts.
Mounted up because everybody is too close to each other, and you got Clax moving his man, moving to help defense at the top of the free throw line, and everybody's playing off of that because Clax is not able to roll because Evan Mobley is on the back end waiting for that shit.
Yes, and SL, if you watch every game, forget about the stats. Every game except for that game, we had a chance to win with an open 3 or open 2. Every game, every single game. So that's why I'm saying Claxton. Don't get me wrong. I think we need Claxton, but Claxton should not be playing in the fourth quarters, bro. That's it.
no, I'm not disputing the fact that Claxton needs that at least 10-15 foot jumper, and he have to keep 39% from the free throw line is disgusting.
Yeah,
that's unacceptable.
True.
I'm not disputing that. None of that is coming out of my mouth. Like I would agree with that any day. The whole thing about it is the fact that if what you're talking about is that everything, if you're gonna listen to what you said, is that you're questioning Jordi Fernandez and his decision making.
No, but
you're not debating me. You're questioning Jordi Fernandez.
Yeah,
so,
no, but I'm just thinking because Jordi Fernandez admitted he made a mistake. We watched the post-game interview. He said
But then again, if you listen to Kenny Atkinson post-game interview, what he said Jordi Fernandez forced us into small ball lineups, and Nick Claxton pretty much was a disaster for us because we couldn't execute certain guard plays because he was out there creating chaos.
Right. Yes, but when you go matchups to matchups, yes, when they went 5 out, Claxton should have been there, right? Because you saw when Claxton scored at 2 and 1. But Mobley, Claxton have no business with Mobley. Our better chance against Mobley was going 5 out. Like you said, matchup for matchups. I think Claxton should play, but that matchup with Mobley, he shouldn't. Do that make sense? Like example, if you look at Clowney outplayed Allen. So you just got to find a matchup that works. And Jordy admitted that he messed up in the fourth quarter. He said it.
He outplayed Allen, but he wasn't outplaying
Mobley.
What's the name?
Mobley.
Right? Mobley. He wasn't outplaying Mobley. That's why he got took out the game too. You know what I'm saying? Because
Claxton played in the fourth. He didn't take that. He was in the league.
Clowney got taken out the game because
he couldn't hold Mobley.
He couldn't hold Mobley, and that's
Mobley
why
was killing him inside.
Exactly. So
he was killing him, man. He was killing him.
Yeah, he was killing him. That's why he got taken out the game.
Killing him.
Yo, Eskimo, I understand that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not disputing Mobley's a beast. I'm not disputing that, guys. I'm disputing that having Clarkson in the paint killed us in that fourth quarter. When
you have no choice. Exactly. You got nobody else.
No, I'm saying okay. For example, right? For example, when we played against the Nuggets, nobody could guard Jokic. Jokic is better than Mobley. But we was beating. We had a better chance because the spacing of the floor. If Finney Smith would have hit a shot, y'all know we would have won.
He wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, fellas.
But you can't. That's a judgment call. That's a judgment call.
Yes.
You saying
exactly, Scott.
You saying that Finney Smith would have been better? You don't know.
I'm just
he hasn't shown it. He hasn't shown it.
No.
He hasn't shown it.
It doesn't matter with the. I don't mean better because we know Clark.
I know what you mean. I know
what I mean. Yes,
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You can space the floor and bring him out, but he wasn't. He might not.
But
maybe he didn't want to come out. You know what it was? Claxton in the paint, was bothering the guards. They couldn't come into the paint like they wanted to. They couldn't drive. But Mobley was getting busy on us all night.
Yeah,
All night.
yeah,
They're
because we
Right.
don't
passing
have
no
we don't
matter
have
what
a
they
force
try.
like Mobley. Mobley
Mobley
was
was
bullet.
killing us, man.
Yeah, so I'm saying the way we can match their offensive center firepower was
So
going 5 out.
so so you
That's what
had
I'm
to
saying.
choose which dagger you wanted. You
Exactly.
wanted the guards to get busy on you, or you want Mobley to get busy on you. I would have choose Mobley. I'm being honest.
Hell no.
I'm not gonna choose Darius and Garland to kill me because
Yo,
they killing
hold on,
people
hold on. Let me
all
slow it down.
year.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask PT and Scott. PT ain't saying nothing, so we're gonna go to PT first. Excuse
And
me. What did we see in the latter part of the season with Clowney and Claxton in the rotation, and why are we not seeing it now?
I think Clax. I think Clowney. We give him too much. Too much credit.
Too much,
Why?
bro.
Yeah, he's still a
The
rookie.
other
He's
day,
still
bro.
learning how to play that paint.
Nah, I think we gotta double. I think Claxton Clowney supposed to double plays to, you know what I'm saying, and use their wingspan for defense. Try to play for
I
the
want to
sip,
see that.
not
Yeah,
for
But
the.
neither one of them was holding Mobley out of the paint, man. Neither
It's
But
one.
that's
it's
because there was one on.
not
But no, you keep putting them on one-on-one situations.
No,
When we
I'm talking about
listen.
Mobley was
Hold
hitting
on. I don't
outside and
listen.
inside.
I don't think I don't think it's fair for a head coach to put Claxton Clowney on one-on-one situations. I think if you do that, you gotta expect. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna take advantage of the physicality that they don't have because our advantage with Clowney and Clax is the elusiveness and them
So
playing
did
the
you play
perimeter
zone?
defense and Clowney bringing the defense out. So it's more of an offensive advantage.
Zone?
You go no
nah.
double
He
with
talking about
Claxton
offense
Clowney.
right now.
Listen, double with
Offense. Oh,
Claxton Clowney.
yeah.
For players that's too dangerous for a one on
Of
one, and
Clowney
use
for
the wingspan for
offense.
defense.
I
That's
would
how
use
it works.
Clowney for offense. That's true.
Nah,
But
they
that's
can
not
hold
what
their
the
own.
problem.
Yeah,
That
they can
wasn't the
hold their own
problem.
individually. They can hold their own individually, right? You know what I'm saying? But Claxton is a straight up. He can block you straight up, right? So can Clowney, but he's more of a help side defender, right? You know what I'm saying? He more of I got you, Claxton. Let me swing over here and block this shit, or Claxton do the same thing. That's what makes them work together on that. You know what I'm saying? Individually, Claxton can hold his own. Period. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's just
Exactly.
certain
Right.
matchups give him problems. You know what I mean? He can't defend everybody. Clowney can't defend everybody either. You know what I'm saying? Certain people give them certain problems. You know what I mean?
But they're really good in a tandem. That's why they speaking up for that, right? To pick
Right.
you up.
So the
So
tandem is you don't have Ben playing. You don't have
That was the problem.
yeah,
Sharp
not
playing.
having
That was the
yeah,
problem.
they
Right.
definitely hurting us
Right.
right now.
So
We ain't got them
Ben
you
depth.
should have
can't
been
put them
playing.
together because then you don't have another center. You know what I'm saying? That's why the mismatch is
Ben
like that.
Ben should be playing. Ben should be
No,
playing, man.
no.
Nah, but
That gives
Ben
them
should be playing.
problems
I
when
think you
you.
get a strong Ben without risk of injury, one game at a time. Let him skip
Okay,
it. Let him. I get
I
48 games
agree.
for Ben Simmons is a dangerous Brooklyn Nets, man.
I think so. I think so.
Ice. You know what's the latest rumor is? Ice, you're gonna love it.
What's good?
Yo, boy Ben Simmons. Yo, the Knicks really interested in Ben Simmons. Give yo, they dead ass. There's like there's some rumors that really close to tampering. Like they want Ben Simmons on that roster. And once I was start thinking about it and watching the games, like I watch every Knicks game now, but watching the past
Stop
game
it, bro. You
versus
hurt me. I can't take this no more. You say you watch every night game. That just hurt my Nets fan soul so bad, bro.
Yeah,
no,
I,
yo,
Hold on,
I
my,
SL.
watch
No,
every Nick
ain't no
game too.
SL,
They owe
bro.
me
I
money.
love you, bro. Nah, I love you, bro. I do, bro. I got love for you, bro.
They,
I just put you backstage for a second, bro. I ain't never know you was gonna attack my net fan soul like
Yo,
that, bro. Nah,
yo,
seriously, I got you, bro.
Breezy,
I'm gonna
they
bring you back
owe
up.
us
Don't leave,
money.
bro. Don't leave, bro. You just I couldn't believe you said that. I'm in shock right now. Hold on, let me just get this shit
Breezy.
together, bro. Let me get this shit together, bro. Hold on. We gonna go to PT. I'm gonna bring you back up, bro. I just can't believe you said that stupid stuff. Hold on, I got you, bro. Just give me a second. We gonna go to PT first, and then I'm gonna bring you back up. Talk to us, PT. I can't believe you just said that shit.
Breezy. When you watch the Knicks, it's like you watching somebody that owe you money. You watching your stock.
That's what it
You
is.
know, you understand what I'm saying?
All
You
right,
know, yeah,
yeah, back
you,
up.
They owe us
you know,
money.
they owe us money. There's a lot on the line.
Shit. I want to know when they coming in. Shit.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
They owe us money. We want that money.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's
That's
what I'm
why I
saying.
pay
I don't want
attention.
them. I keep an eye on them just in case
Because
they
I
try
want
to
that
sneak
money.
out of town or something.
Want
They
that
gonna
money for
Yeah.
they
real.
losing. They lost today. That's why I watched the game. I didn't
Right.
watch the game. I watched the end result.
You're right. You watch
And
them lose.
and and I wanted to see how fragile their situation is because I know I came on the big fan breezy vlog and I told y'all
Yep.
the Knicks have an algorithm. They have a pattern. They do this every time, and guess what? They haven't even had what other teams have had, which is injuries, setbacks. No, everything
Not
has
yet.
been right.
Yeah, not yet.
Everything is
It's
right except
coming.
for Mitchell Robinson. Except for I'll give him Mitchell Robinson.
Okay.
But but and even when Mitchell Robinson comes in, they're gonna have to figure out how to play and all that. Listen,
Hold on. I gotta say this, PT. We gonna go right back to you, but I don't like Nick fan, King Ribby, RM fan. I'm a hater. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that you disagree. That I don't like the fact that you think that I'm a hater because I recognize all of the flaws and everything wrong about the New York Knickerbockers. As a fan, I am doing my job. And you are watching me do my job. I am supposed to point out everything that's wrong with the Knickerbockers, and you're supposed to appreciate the content. Now, I know I don't have a lot of fans and a lot of views and all of that. You don't have to rub that in my face. That was rude, you know. But you know what? I don't that don't bother me. You know what I mean? And what I want the Knicks fans to know when they do tune into my show, say they, just swiping their thumb or whatever, and they just tap my video and they see what I'm talking about. I want them to know that don't like I don't want them to beat us on the 15th. I want to beat them. I want them to know that I seen them lose and it made me smile, made my net fan spirit smile. I blamed it on Mikal Bridges and come to find out he only had 8 points. Don't tell me I'm hating because I ain't said a hateful word yet. I said Mikal Bridges had 8 points. That is a fact. It's not a opinion of mine that make me a hater. It is a fact that he had 8 points and Cat, Julius Brunson, and OG all had good games, but it wasn't enough points to beat the Pacers because Mikal Bridges had 8 points. This shit is entertaining.
Yes, it
Don't be
is.
blind. This
Yes,
is
they
it
they
is.
dropped
entertaining.
132.
This shit is
I watched
beautiful.
every point and I was loving it. I listen, Breezy. Hear me out on this, man. All of this that they doing in your comment section, it's they trying to work through demons right now. They trying, that's their insecurity boiling inside of them. That ether, they feel it. You know what I'm saying? They
Man,
feel that shit. They know nobody knows who the pants are more than pants fans. They know what they are.
so, see, you know what I'm
Losers.
saying?
So
What I'm
we
saying is they won't be honest about their pain and because of me. They won't be honest because Big King
No,
Breezy.
they ain't gonna do that.
They pain is real, bro. They really lost quickly. One of the players that let Brunson get rest and still can the Knicks can score when Brunson go to the bench. They
Yep,
let
sure
go
enough.
They let go DiVincenzo when Brunson go to the bench. They could score with DiVincenzo on the floor. They let go They let go Randall, who can score the ball for the Knicks when Brunson goes to the bench, bro. It no matter if Brunson goes to the as the captain, he's still one player. Y'all
Yep.
want him to carry the whole team. That shit is not fair to Brunson. And y'all mad at Big Fan Breezy for rubbing it in y'all. It's rubbing salt in the wound. I'm like, so what? Let
Br-
me enjoy it. It's just a loss. You act
Breezy,
like it's a playoff loss. It's not a
you missing the
playoff loss.
best point,
The fuck?
Breezy.
You lost the team. Y'all lost the playoffs too. I mean,
Breezy,
Try to
you
steal
missing the
my
point.
joy. Don't try to steal my joy, Nick fan. Go ahead, PT.
Yeah, hey, you missing the point. It's okay to suck. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay, right? Oh, your GM fucked up, but he gave 6 draft picks. You can't even come back from that. They gave up 6 draft picks, and Lord forbid they're a playing team or worse, and
Phew.
we have their lottery pick. The basketball
Whoa.
guys is gonna give us a top 10 pick.
Whoa.
The
Oh
basketball
That
my
pick
guys is gonna give us a top 10 pick. Like that's what's waking them up at night in a cold sweat. Is that they go, oh, these aren't just L's. These are L's that help the Nets.
they changed. They changed going right into my pocket.
Give me my money.
God.
You promised me it in April.
That's
That's change, baby.
that. Nah, I would like my
Give me my
shilling.
money.
Word.
You
Oh,
have
oh, that's the
Breezy,
line.
Bree, Breezy. Now you understand why I appreciate PT and I call him my boy, man. This PT, man. You gotta be on every podcast and explain all the net fans like who
Yeah,
Sean Marks is, what he did, like this.
give me
Yo,
my money. That's
my
hilarious.
praises to you, my man. My praises to you, man.
they made an emotional trade. They were like, let's just get the buddies together. They didn't do no analysis. They didn't think about it. They had
Then they
Dante
broke it up.
DiVincenzo on their team. That was
Then
the
they
dude
broke it
that really
up.
scared me. That exactly. You had a
Yo,
And then they
good
broke it
thing
up.
going
P,
and you
PT,
fucked it up.
PT.
Have my money.
If we're gonna
All my
Sorry,
money.
PT, I'm gonna interrupt you over here for a sec. Oh, for in a second. It's just, do you see the pattern that what's his name, Leon Rose doing right now? Like financial aspects of it. If we
Yeah.
start tracking like Cat, OG, Brunson, Mikhail, like, do you understand? He was a player agent, right? Before he was a GM.
Correct.
Yeah.
We
Sure enough
understand that,
was.
right?
Sure enough was.
So if we start
Probably
and
one of
he
the most
never
powerful
and
player
he's still
agents.
running that player and he's still a player agency, right? If we're gonna start backtracking, this is what threw me off at the first. Like, what is going on? 5 picks, like OG, Cat. I start looking up and it's like I feel like there's some money laundering going on behind the scenes. Like if we're gonna really start looking
Because
around,
Allegedly,
you know,
no,
all alleged.
uh, allegedly,
there's a
but
pattern to it.
but what he's saying is true because if you look at the dudes who stayed on the who didn't get traded, almost all of them were former CAA clients. These like even Cat, the former Leon Rose was the CEO, president of CAA Sports. He was the mastermind behind it. It didn't just start now. He was running the Knicks when and everyone, if you don't remember, you could look this up. Your boy Podthorn hit you off with this. Listen, they had a chance to trade for LaMarcus Aldridge. Leon Rose and CAA, which represented Melo, stepped in, used Melo's power over the team to make them instead trade for his client, Andrea Bargnani. Bring a Knick fan up and tell me I'm lying.
Oh,
Stop playing.
oh,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. Damn, I forgot about that. Yes, you're
Yo,
right. Damn.
yo, that shit set back the Knicks another 4 years. They was fucked up behind that. And then the person who orchestrated not only the Melo trade, like if Melo just was patient and just waited for the summer, he could have came to the Knicks. They would have had all the cap room and everything set up. They had an old school GM in Walsh back then. They used CAA and Melo's power
Right.
with Stephen A to say Walsh is out of date. He don't know how to deal with black superstars. Now, I'm a person that cares and worries about the black community, and these things make my antenna go up. But nothing was more ridiculous than that fucking comment from Stephen A. Smith. But he was weaponized by Leon Rose and CAA to force the Knicks to trade early, to gut themselves and get Melo in there, and that chain reaction of off of that is what caused the Knicks to suck for a decade. Leon Rose has been poisoned to the Knicks, but Dolan loves him. Dolan trusts him, thinks he knows something about basketball. But he's too Dolan is too dumb. He's a nepotism baby. He's the son of a billionaire, and only school he could get into was SUNY Purchase. No knock to anybody at SUNY Purchase, but if you're a billionaire, you get into whatever school you want, even if you're a little bit smart. And that motherfucker is so dumb, so has no fucking ability to do any fucking thing on earth. It has not finished anything in his life except playing concerts and opening up for Billy Joel. The moron hired the dude, the agent that ruined the team, and now now this trade is going to listen. We have Nick picks in 2030. My son is 11 years old. He's gonna be going into
2031.
the he's gonna be starting to look into the draft.
2031, we got their first unconditional first
Yo,
round pick
we 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 are going to be sucking blood out of these
for a while.
jerks for a while.
For a while.
For a while.
I
And what did
told you
they do it
they
for?
owe us money.
Mikal Bridges. You understand? They were like, I remember they were clowning. Like, I was like, yo, you don't understand. Nets fans hate this dude. Nets fans are more mad that Marks didn't trade for the 4 first-round picks that he was offered. They thought we were jealous or something. No, we saw the jokes. And now even if they make the playoffs, win a first round, they can't do that. They did this to get to the Eastern Conference or better. And that's not happening at all. They haven't even had an injury yet. And that's coming. All these dudes are injury prone dudes. Cat always out for like few weeks, few
Yep.
months. Some always happen to him. And what you gonna do when Cat go
Oh,
down? That
what
dude is
happened with
basically all of your
OG?
offense.
OG
They
gonna go
finished.
down
OG always hurt. OG
every
always
year.
hurt. What are they gonna
Every
do?
year.
Who's gonna play four for them? They finished, though. They finished. Have my money, pants. New York pants. Make sure you have my money. I hope it turns into Igor Damin
Now, PT, if we're looking at the continuity, because we have to put things into a context. Like this year, I mean, during the summertime, I told you like you were crazy. They're gonna win 55 games and all that other stuff. But that cat trade didn't happen, and I didn't see the other stuff that will be going on, like Precious Achua, like this apron situations. Like if we're gonna, I did my little math to it, and I just did a little research, like what free agents, like what draft capital still remaining, because all that have to come to what's his name take its own place. And once you start breaking down like what flexibilities, what additional moves, what can Knicks be doing, and what type of like product they putting on the floor, like what Tim Thibodeau does to this product, like how he uses it, like right now, if we talking about Mikel averaging 37 minutes, like Brunson averaging 36, like this is not sustainable. Like if we're gonna start going down the
six
road,
man
eventually,
rotation. What is it?
right?
How you
We
run a
know the
seven man?
smaller
What is a
guards.
7 man
We know the
rotation?
smaller guards like Brunson, like Isaiah Thomas. all them little ones, the one that
Wear
even
down.
Allen Iverson, they after 30, they just take fall downhill. It's just inevitable. For some reason, it is like it's probably physicality with the NBA. Like all these minutes, it's just not sustainable. This little guards, they not built to the for this. Like if
Let
you
me
a bigger guard like Jason Kidd or Chauncey Billups, yeah, you can play up to your 40s, and they pace the way they do it, like to impact the game. They don't really have to be taking you out of the dribble, doing all that other stuff. But the smaller guards, they have they need that first step. They need that uh, that's why they're once they after 30, 32, their product is going down all the way. And like yeah, you're putting 20. But if on the other hand you're giving up 30, how impactful you are.
That's right.
Go ahead, PG.
They so the big thing that I said on Twitter that had them like explode and get angry and mad was I said, listen, y'all did all of this and Jalen Brunson is not better than Cam Thomas. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. Jalen Brunson was Cam Thomas's age when he came into the NBA. He was Cam Thomas's age when he came into the NBA. Cam Thomas is not even what he's gonna be. You see him trying to like he got 6 assists last night and didn't shoot well. Like he's got to learn how to distribute the ball and score. Like that's gonna come. I'm more confident seeing this last game. That
Now
Cam Thomas
we
will
can
get there.
we can count this as a Cam Thomas second year because first 2 years he was pretty much bench warmer.
Co-
He was
Correct.
he,
Correct. So you did all of this. You wrecked your team. And it's not just the Knicks. Let's go off the Knicks. Let's just learn about how teams fuck themselves. The Bucks is another example who also owe us money. What did they do? They had Drew Holiday. They had assets in case anything goes wrong. They had other people's draft picks too. The
yeah,
Bucks
yeah.
dumped it all to get a superstar and ruin themselves. They had Adrian Griffin had them, at least Adrian Griffin had them 33 and 13. They knew it was going down. They instead of looking at themselves, they blamed the coach. They got him up out of there. And what's happening now? They have no way to get better. They have no assets to change directions and be like, okay, this went wrong. And they're superstars hating life. He may not be able to get out of there this year, but over the summer, that's all you're gonna hear because his contract is coming up. They're gonna have to
No,
trade him,
he
and
threw
they're
the
not gonna
sign
get a
like
lot from him.
get me out of here. He threw the sign once the rumor came out and everybody talking right now. He threw the sign. It's like I want out. That this is what it is. But I can give you a context like why what's his name the front office what's his name held up to order Porter and Brook Lopez, Chris Middleton, and everything else is the fact that they generate revenue and like Giannis generate revenue, and this is who Giannis was comfortable with. But unlike Detroit, like you see Detroit, they got rid of I mean they let Bruce Brown go, they let KCP go, they let some other players go, but they upgrading, like they bringing youth and they building with it. Like it's early, they taking lumps, but by the end of the season, like Brown, the Stelworth, some other young kids, they upgrading. It's a youth, it's a blood, and that's what we have to understand too. Like with this new CBA, it's constantly will have to be an upgrade. You can't just throw money at the superstars and think they will take you to the promised land.
Right,
It's always have to right.
and
Go
that's
ahead.
where I was going with it. That's where I was going with it. Is that with this new CBA, the second apron is death. Like that. That's why teams are The smart teams are stacking draft picks because you have them under control for 10 years and they're cost controlled too.
Hmm.
Now you can't give mediocre players $20 million contracts like before. That's probably the reason why we can't get rid of Cam Johnson. Some desperate team is gonna give us someone like OKC or Houston or something like that. But with this new CBA, it makes it where you can't build super teams. That was their goal, and the superstars run the league now. You know, the president is Chris Paul, I think, and stuff like that. They didn't even fight for the middle of the road players. They only worried about the superstars. So now you have this crazy CBA that makes it where these dudes can't group up no more unless you have nothing on your cap. Because once you before you can hit the second apron, and if the owner of your team is rich, he just pay it. It's like whatever. But now like you hit the second apron, the money goes 10 times. Like it's madness. Like you can't
No, you
catch
can
yourself
make trades because there you can accumulate certain players and move it for other couple players over there. Yeah, that this is definitely a restriction and is definitely pain in the ass because right now if they gonna pile up like there you heard the report, right? There were certain GMs that were willing to take like Brook Lopez and Bobby Portis because they want to shed the salary and give them the what's his name, the youth and additional good players just because they want to shed salary. But the problem is they can only send one player at a time, so it have to be multiple trades. And once that start kicking in, and reporters like Mark Stein, what's his name, not Butch.
Windhorst.
What's yeah, Windhurst and all the others. They talking about this is pretty much impossible. You have to bring the 13, and once the 13 come in, they gonna need something in return for that. And this is getting out of hand. It's really complicated. This is yeah. You
Yeah,
have to learn
teams
how
like
to
the
you have to
Knicks,
maneuver
the Bucks, Philly.
right.
Oh my God.
Cleveland right now, Orlando gonna face it like Pablo Banchero will be eligible for extension. And you know, like France and what's his name, Suggs already got paid 35 and 38 respectively. How much you think Paulo gonna get? His second
He's
team
getting
All
60,
NBA.
70.
Yeah, his contract is gonna start at 55 because look, Jason Tatum resigned this off season and his contract is gonna start at 57. So that's 35% of the cap straight up right off the bat. So how
Yeah,
are you
he
gonna
gonna.
build a team? This is not sustainable. You're gonna have to build through the draft and you have to be learning and what Knicks did to themselves as of right now. They not really understanding what they did as of right now because it's only 10 games into the season. They still hyped. It's glamorous right now. But once this first 2 years gonna go by, and once they start understanding and like I'm not I'm not wishing no injuries onto players, but once these contracts they sign, like Mikel have to be resigned too because they gave 5 picks for him. And imagine what you're gonna do, like what his contract is gonna be. It's gonna start from 30 mil. They already almost second apron team. They have no draft picks.
Yep.
How they what
How
they
they gonna
gonna
pay
do?
him? Yeah, why
I
they
don't.
gonna pay him?
I don't think it's sustainable either.
Nope, it ain't.
And
And
this
I
is
don't
when
mean.
and
I don't
this is
mean.
when and this is why I get mad at certain like context creators like Dylan. And when they come and start talking about I don't care what's gonna happen 5, 7 years from now. Yeah, you're
That's
a kid. You're 20 something years old. I'm sorry, I'm damn near 40. Another 2 years I'll be 40. I've been through this, you not. And this is something new, and I'm trying to explain to you something that you never experienced. Like, stop talking nonsense. You have to think about the future going, you have to, like, there's a plan to your plan to your plan.
Yep.
They
That's all.
Sure
have to
don't.
be
That's all.
every time.
That's
Yep.
all. I don't
Right.
think I don't think it's sustainable for the league. You
No,
know,
I
like
don't think so neither.
all of these mid-level guys, they
No,
keep
no, no, no,
getting
no, no.
the
It
OG thing.
brings a lot of money to the owners. That's why it's sustainable.
But
Okay.
I think they're gonna be looking at a lockout soon because it's like the
It's not going
money
to be
is so
happening in the next 6 years. That's for sure.
the money is so uneven amongst the players. The
Well,
money
that's
is so uneven.
their players just signed the collective bargaining agreement. We got another 5 6 years going on. They ain't changing in the next 5 6 years. They
Yeah,
just
but
signed it.
well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how they do with the revenue sharing because um, if if it becomes like because all of these aprons are so restrictive, it might be hard for some teams to actually do well.
This is superstar driven league. The
It is.
superstars getting
It
paid.
is.
You think they care about what they team? They good. The
Well, that's
superstars
what.
are good. They
Yeah.
selling
But
tickets.
that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying to John the other day that everybody's not interested in winning, but everybody's interested in making money. That's why Dame stayed in Portland for so long. That's why Giannis might
Yeah,
complain.
Portland is a small
Giannis might
market. They
complain.
collecting revenues. The same thing
Yeah,
happened to
Giannis
Milwaukee
might
right now.
complain. Giannis might complain, but that jersey is still selling. So
Right.
they'd be stupid to just get rid of him. You
They
know,
not. They
yeah.
not giving up. They not giving up Giannis for nothing. They will be waiting until the last minute because it's
He's
like
the economy
you
of
saw what
downtown
happened when LeBron.
Milwaukee.
You saw what happened when LeBron left Cleveland. That
Definitely. Hmm.
they lost a lot
Especially
of money over there. They lost a lot of money over there. With all due respect to Cleveland, man, there's certain markets can sustain it. There's certain markets that can't.
Yeah.
And 90% of the NBA can't sustain it. Portland, OKC, Utah, we're talking about teams like that. Orlando, they
But
can't sustain it.
you know what's crazy about it? If they, what's crazy about it is they don't really have that kind of revenue sharing like the NFL or even Major League Baseball because the thing is,
Yeah.
if they did have that, they wouldn't even need salary caps. You know what I'm saying? The salary cap is to protect the owners from themselves. But if you look in baseball, the teams that have the astronomical salary caps, they still make money. They still make money.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but look at their market.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. The teams with the smaller markets, you have to find a different way to win. But
Yep.
that's what and that's what's happening. But the problem is, it's like, man, everybody. So I don't really expect. The only way Giannis can move, as I was saying yesterday on somebody's podcast, the only way Giannis can move is if he moves to another small market and then they just get such a share of different things. But it's hard for a team like Milwaukee to give up Giannis. They're not going to give him up for Cat and OG because that's not going to help them win. They're not going to
Nope.
be able to sell
No,
anything
they
to
first of
save.
Nah.
all, Cat and OG don't sell tickets, and
No.
they not young. Some team like Houston
Exactly.
Rockets,
That's
like
what I said.
OKC,
Houston or OKC. That's the only two destinations that could give that can have make Milwaukee pull a reset. Do a do over. That's the only two teams. Other than that, it's like no one else out there.
Well, I hope Milwaukee wins some games.
Well, you know what? If they made the trade with Houston or they made the trade with OKC, Milwaukee's not going to win this year, so that would be good for us.
Yeah.
right? No, they not moving Giannis this year. There's such trade like I mean the player magnitude like KD, they not moving overnight. It
I just
takes
don't.
like
I just don't
Uh-huh.
want Milwaukee to get 1 through 4.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
worrying me that they suck this bad.
Yeah,
I
I
they
don't
don't
think
think
they
sucking
take
a
so.
that
way
much,
little
man.
too much.
They'll fire that coach before they do that.
Nah, yeah, yeah.
I hope
and this
so.
is
Hold on, hold
not,
on.
and this is my next point. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, dog. Just to be, you know what I mean, correct. I'm listening to y'all, Paul. Shout out to y'all. Chat, hit the like button. But nah, the Pelicans get 1 through 4.
Yeah,
Milwaukee,
the
that
Pelicans get 1 through 4.
yeah, you
They
get five.
can't suck real bad. That's all. Make the
They're
plan.
gonna need to make a comeback at some point.
Yeah, they
No,
need to be 500.
but Doc Rivers, we know the effect of the bad coach. This is right there. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
we heard what Gilbert Arenas talked about him. We
definitely.
heard
Yes.
about different players how they talked about Glenn Rivers. They don't
Yeah,
call him Doc Rivers. They call him Glenn Rivers.
That's
yeah.
his
Like
name.
But
Yeah.
I
I
know what he
and
told
means,
y'all
but
that.
he's saying facetiously, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
no, but I told y'all that I over the summer I was like, don't don't think that these picks are gonna be down at 25. More so, not more so on this pod, but on
You did say that.
BKNY's joint. He's
Yeah, you
always
did.
showing like, oh, the picks are gonna be down in the 20s. It's like he don't understand that the games have to be played, and the way that the people are stacked is based off of what happened. Nothing's happened yet, is what I was telling him. And I was like, Doc Rivers is a ruiner. He ruins players. Whether in the future or in the past, like what he did to Embiid is why Embiid is falling apart like this. What he did to what he did to
Clippers.
Ben, like mentally, like you don't do that. You don't do that to talent. Like he thinks he's the star of the show, and they hired him as an assistant last year. They and he was there to help them figure out how to go forward. And you know what he did? He recommended himself as the coach. So they deserve they deserve whatever failure they get, man. And I just need them to not fail too badly. Get to the get past the fifth, give us the fifth pick, and golly, man, like this team could be something else. We could come out of this season with 3 lottery picks,
Word
unheard
up.
of.
Unheard of.
That's on the table, yo. I'm not saying it's definitely happening. It
But
still has a
it's
very small chance.
possibility.
It's on the table, yo. On
It's a
in the
possibility.
best draft in 20 years, we're gonna have 3 lottery picks. Ha, yo, this is gonna be a short rebuild, gentlemen.
Yes, it will. That's a good question too. I wonder how long this rebuild really going to take. Because I don't think it's going to take 3 years.
I said 2 years. I'm
One
saying let's
You
get
want to know what the
remember.
hardest thing is?
Yes,
1 year.
Finding the coach. Finding the coach, and they did
Thank,
that.
thank
yes,
you,
Like,
Pat. Thank
but I
you,
think
Pat.
I
And this
think
is,
it's
oh, go ahead.
possible for us to get, like whoever we get this year in the draft, it's possible for that player to still be good, to be like an all rookie player, or if not rookie of the year. It's still possible for that to happen and us still go into the lottery again in 26. Then after that, that's when you make all your moves because these next 2 drafts, like I said, this one and
That
next year.
that's our plan pretty much
Yeah,
because we
it
traded
has
for
to
two
be.
picks.
I know some of you are trying to accelerate it and say, no, let's
Hmm.
just put it all on this. And what I'm saying is, you really got to think. We're still, if you do that, we're still not going to be up to Boston. We're still not going to be up to some of the better teams. You know what I'm saying? We're still not going to
Yeah.
be there yet. So let's do the 2 year plan of getting the lottery picks, and then after that, because remember, after 20, I mean, by 27, we don't have our pick that year.
Right.
So there's no incentive to tank.
Right. Right.
No, but what's his name?
we have the next
26,
pick though.
26 free agency and 27 free agency. That free agency where we can really strike a goal with
and and
players
and,
like
and when
Dylan
you
is right.
say that,
Dylan is right over there. Like we
and when you
can
say
get
that
John
though,
Moran,
but I'm glad
Fox,
you
and yeah.
I'm glad you
Go ahead.
said it about free agency, because when you said that, this is the thing that I'm trying to impress upon people is, yeah, when by we draft who we draft in 25, we draft who we draft in 26, then that July 1st the people become free agents, right? And what I'm saying
Hmm.
is we don't need max players then. All we need is good players to balance out our roster. We shouldn't be throwing 65 billion at Fox, or we shouldn't be throwing 60 something million at all these other guys. We just need good players to balance out our team so that we have a good 10-man team. That's what we
Right.
need.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Yeah,
you wait
games
till you
gotta be
draft.
played.
Hold on. You wait
Mm.
until you draft before you make those moves. Like
Yeah,
people
I
are like,
Definitely.
why
agree.
Hmm.
can't we just go? We got cap space next year. Why can't we just go on the free agency market? No, you wait
Wait,
till you
you wait.
see who are the players that are because you could pick players and think that this dude is gonna be great and he don't turn out. You replace him with the free agent. You
Right,
draft the best player available,
right,
and then in free
exactly.
All the
agency
time.
you get the need. That's
You
that's the
make
way forward.
you make it look good for the superstars to want to come here. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because you don't want them to come here, and you don't want them to be like, "Oh, we give you this boatload of money."
But
You
see,
want
I'm
them to
of the
go, you know
opinion.
what?
But
We
see,
can win a
Scott.
title if I come over there.
But Scott, I don't even think we need superstars to win. We could develop our own,
Yeah, no,
or a
I
chance to be
agree.
raised by then.
I
But I'm
agree.
saying
I
I
agree.
think it's a bad deal to spend 60 something. Like, even if we look at like who may be available, if it might be SGA or whoever's
Right.
contract is up then.
Okay.
I don't want to pay a guy, who's 27 or 28. I don't want to pay him $60 million,
Mm-hmm.
for the next 5 years.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd rather spread that money around and get a great,
Quality players.
yeah, and then we'll have two units. That's what we
Right.
need. The depth.
You have a team.
Exactly.
It's about team.
you're pretty much talking OKC right now, like
Yeah.
what
Well,
they're
then
doing.
it works.
Yeah,
It
but
works.
this is what the CBA is all about.
Yeah. It
You
forced.
can't just go, you can't just look at the past CBAs and say like, listen, we're gonna bring
Do this.
these superstars over here and we're just gonna attract these role players like veterans and just thinking about like, okay, we're gonna win a championship. We already failed at that. And when we had the coach, what happened? These superstars like Breezy gonna go crazy again. He will be like, "Oh, the superstars firing our coach again. Jordy will be out the door. Then we'll hire another Steve Nash and all that other stuff." Yeah, we have to build something within, and hopefully Sean Marks learned something. Like he took his lump first time. I mean, he took us from the shitter, like the way leagues say. He took us from the shitter, and he brought us to promised land with KD Kyrie. We took a lump over there, we somehow, some way, Knicks bailed us out. Houston bailed us out. I don't know how that happened. I'm not really
That-
sure. I
Yo,
haven't
we was
foreseen
there.
that.
I couldn't
Yeah,
care less.
we were in really bad situation. Certain Nets fans don't understand in what type of situation how bad it was. And when certain Nets fans start jumping on the podcast and start bad mouthing Sean Marks, like we have numerous GMs talking about how Sean Marks improved the Nets overnight by making two trades with Houston and what's his name, Knicks, and giving us opportunity to build something going forward because they understand how this CBA works. But net fans that don't understand how the CBA works, jumping on the podcast and start bad mouthing like I don't trust Marks this and that. but they don't understand what
Yeah.
goes under. They see the tip of the iceberg, but they don't see what's going underneath and all that brewing, like that huge. Oh man, it's like
Look at what Star Traffic wrote. Look what he wrote about Edgecombe and
Oh, what
Trey
he said?
Johnson.
What he said about him?
Trey Johnson is a big time prospect. Edgecombe is no Dwayne Wade. He's a 2 foot below the rim jumper and a straight line driver. He has a
He
flat
doesn't know what he's
jumper.
talking about.
He
You
is
can
not
stop
worth a
preaching
nah.
that
top
right now.
15 pick.
That's
I
I'm
watched
like,
both
that.
damn,
games.
did you see that slam he had the other I mean that block he had the
Yeah, I
other
saw
Yeah,
day?
it.
the block
Come
was
I
better
on.
saw
than
You
the
it.
telling
dunk.
me he can't jump?
His head
Yo,
was at the
what
rim.
I
he
was
had
what
two
I,
bad shooting nights. He had two bad shooting nights from three.
That'll happen when you're
That's not a
18.
problem.
Yeah.
No one,
When you're 18,
dude,
that'll
he's
happen.
jumping and his chin is
Yeah,
touching the rim. Like
his head is at the
he's a
rim.
freak. He's a freak.
His head is
His
at the
draft
rim.
stat his draft value is going down because Yegor Demine is looking amazing. 6'9",
yeah.
passes like Ben, shoots like Joe Harris. This dude is Demine is different. I understand
What team is he on?
why
What team is he on?
VJ Edgecombe has dropped
BYU.
down.
He's overseas.
Nah,
Overseas.
No, BYU.
he was in Real Madrid. He transferred to BYU. He's playing in
Oh
BYU
yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
BYU.
BYU. Right, right,
He
Okay.
right.
he's a
All right.
champion. That's the other thing. He's a champion. He's a
He's a
champion at
winner.
Real Madrid. He has
No,
two.
I did
He
my
had,
research on them and I'm looking at them right now because there's a lot of like Hugo Gonzalez, Nolan Traore,
But
and what's his name,
I
Igor
think
Demin.
Luca I think Luca done broke it. Luca done broke the mold for
Broke
like
the
a lot of
barrier.
yeah, because a lot of not just Euros, but let's just put it out there, just white dudes, period. Where it's like not like where people be hating on him, like he can't possibly really be that good.
Nah,
Right.
GM's just got
Luca broke
scared
that.
because of Ricky Rubio's
Now
like
Ricky
effect.
Rubio was good, he just
and
couldn't
Darko
shoot.
Milicic.
Yeah,
Yo, but
they got scared of that.
Ricky Rubio could play. He had great defense and he had great
Yeah, but
passing.
he
He
wasn't
No,
just
as
but
couldn't
good as
that's
shoot.
not what they
advertised.
thought.
I
They
remember
thought he
them
was gonna
days
be
when
Steve
Ricky
Nash.
Rubio was advertised. Ricky
And he
Rubio
got
was
hurt a
that.
lot. And he got hurt a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, his shot wasn't
Rick.
dependable. They thought he was gonna be Steve Nash because he played in the
Uh huh.
Olympics at 16.
But he
So they
never
thought
could
he was
shoot.
gonna be like
But he,
that. But
he he never could shoot though, even when he
At
was younger.
no, but at 14, 15, he was beating up on grown ass men. That's why
yeah,
people were like, "Oh, this kid is gonna be phenomenal." And when Luca came out, I was like, "Yeah, we saw Ricky Rubio, and nobody really like the whole thing
yeah,
about it."
it's a
Ah,
new day.
you
I don't agree with this take about Edgecombe. So
Yeah, that's a
nah
horrible take. That
nah.
people are.
People scared because he gonna turn into another Jalen Green. That's what scouts be talking about right now. It's like because he ain't got no reliable jumper.
I
He's
will
I,
say this though, he's a number two. He's not a one. He's
He
a two.
definitely good too.
yeah,
And he's
you mean
and I
scoring
like
option.
Trey.
Wow.
I like
Yeah,
Trey. I
yeah.
like Trey, and I like both of them. But neither one of them would be great for the Nets because Cam Thomas is our future shooting guard, and I wouldn't want to get another shooting guard, or either one of these two shooting guards who are both. Well, Trey is 6'6", but
But
now they have 6'9" shooting
no.
guards. So
I think what you're saying
Trey
is
Johnson is problem. He,
yeah,
like I said to Priest, I watched his game in the high school, so I wasn't sure, but I told Priest, like, oh, listen, this kid, his game looking like he's gonna be next Devin Booker. He's 3 point, I mean 3 level score, all that. He's like, no, he ain't got that jumper. I was like, from what
no,
I'm
he has a
seeing,
mid. He has every. He doesn't just have every
nah,
shot at
his
like all three
jumper,
levels. He's
right.
also he's also physical, which surprised me on a college level. That's what's shocking a lot of these kids is that they're going up against these lesser teams that have all seniors, right? Baylor wasn't ready to play all like they're thinking like, oh yeah, these are kind of warm up games. Let's put them at the beginning of our schedule so we could just do what we got to do. They won the last game, but they had a hard time because these teams have seniors in them, and
Hmm.
you're talking about 18-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? So VJ gonna be fine, but Trey is better than VJ. At least that's the way it looked right now. Trey is
No,
better
I
than
he's
gotta see
way
VJ.
them.
more
I gotta
skilled.
see him
He's
play.
way more skilled. Trey Johnson is way more skilled because he got that package where you can really like stop him, and he got size to it. Like he's 6'6", 6'7", right? He can put that jumper. Like he ain't athletic, but he crafty. He's like certain
We
certain
just gotta
scouts.
take best player available. That's it.
Yeah, you got to do
Yeah,
that. That can't, like, even if there's overlap. I would like, again. I would prefer to get
And
other
you know what?
positions than
If there
shooting
is
guard,
overlap,
but you
if
got
there
to
is
get him.
if there is overlap, like say Edgecombe or Trey Johnson is the guy, and you saying, man, they play the same position as Cam Johnson, then there's such a thing as depending on where we're at, we could trade down a spot or two. You know what I mean? And then
no, we can't do that. Let me explain why. Because when Jerry West with Golden State, when he left Memphis and got to Golden State, he started rebuilding process. They already had Stephen Curry. And once he saw Klay Thompson, they already had Monte Ellis, and he still drafted Klay Thompson, and he said he's going to be a future. At the time, the GM that on ESPN right now,
yeah, but
that
what's the
that
name?
don't
But that's
you.
Yeah.
not a good comparison because
It's good
Monte
comparison
Ellis is
because
like
they did.
freaking 6'2".
Hold on, y'all. I'm
Yeah,
saying this.
but Monte Ellis was a bucket.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We pretty much covered all of the topics about the Knicks and the Bucks. Just I know y'all was part of it. I didn't mean to cut y'all off, but after y'all finish this, I want to get into the precap. Chat. We an hour 58 minutes in. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe to the page. Please share the podcast. And yeah. Back to it though. After y'all finish this, we're gonna get right into the Pelican precap. Well, y'all done? What was y'all talking about?
Yeah, we can move on. We can move on.
Oh, all
I
right.
mean,
Well,
go.
the Pelicans they got nobody. I got us winning big. Not big, but I got us winning by like 8. And yeah, I just got us winning this game. And I don't think I think the Pelicans they gonna go on their runs, but I think we're gonna be able to sustain them. We've been slowing teams down. Teams and when teams tried to score big on us like Cleveland in the first quarter, we matched them. We got a day's rest. It's not a back to back for us. I think we compete. I think the first half is going to be close. But this game is going to be not a thriller, but I think we went down the stretch in the last 4 minutes of the game.
What starters
I
do
agree.
they have? What
I got
starters do they have tomorrow?
I,
Brandon Ingram and Brandon Boston. Like, that's their thought.
Well, Trey Murphy will be on minute restrictions, so there we go.
They're screwed.
Zion's still out, right?
Yep.
Is
Ain't no
McCollum
Zion,
still out too?
they
Zion
starting.
out, and definitely Murray ain't coming back in the next 2
And
weeks.
CJ's out too?
Yeah, CJ out
Yep.
too.
Yeah, they're
Jordan
screwed.
Hawkins out.
Yeah.
Everybody, they best players is out. Like they got like 5 or 6 best of their best players out.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're screwed.
No, but
That's an easy
remember,
dub.
you know what we call that? The trap game.
Yo,
Uh,
18-win team calling the trap game now. Oh my God, are you serious?
yo, no, you gotta
Nah,
win.
you could put that one in your parlay. Like, Jordy
yeah,
don't like to lose. Like, I mean, seriously, like, I think Jordy has the message. I think he knows what's going on. Like
Yo,
that fourth quarter,
y'all know we what's his name 2-point favorite versus Pelicans right tomorrow,
of course. I'm surprised it's only 2 points, but
and
the point,
we on the road, so there goes that 3 points
point.
added to the home team. So if we two
They
point
better have a
favorite,
curfew. They better have a curfew out there. New Orleans
Yeah,
is a party city.
oh,
yeah.
man.
Nah, they Jordy run a tight ship, but I wonder, I wonder, do you think at all that maybe the front office of the Nets have told Jordy to slow it down, like to just do more development work versus trying to? But it feels like no matter what, he's gonna go for winning, and even in the fourth quarter of the last game, I kind of feel like he lifted his foot off the gas in a way. You know what I
Well,
mean? I'm
you know
not
what?
sure,
You know
Explain,
but
what?
please.
Now that you
Please
say that,
explain.
but now that you say that, you know what I still go back to about 2 games ago when what's the name was the best player in that third quarter. Remember Keon Johnson when he scored that 9 points and he
Cool.
was playing both sides of the ball, and then all of a sudden he didn't play anymore after that. It's like, well, let's just try to win. Even though he was hot and he was sparking up the defense and the offense on both, then and we lost that game. We lost that game. He didn't play in the fourth quarter, so that made me think, well, maybe he's using these times as experiments and stuff. See, can we win without this guy? Can we win? Can we do things differently?
Yeah, and
Yeah, I think he's still
he
juggling.
rests a lot of people too. Like I think the that's where it's dangerous to bet on the Nets because I really believe Sean Marks gives Yordi phone calls like you understand what we're doing this year because the last game we were like the last few games, the first three quarters, we're killing the team. And then in the fourth quarter we let them get back into it.
I call that a beautiful rebuild.
Hell's yeah. Hell's
Give
yeah.
us hope,
Yordi doing his job,
not
man.
too much hope.
You got to sell tickets.
Oh, let's go to
Nah, for
LM.
sure.
LM, yeah, LM, talk to us, LM. And I'm rotating you guys on the panel because I got to switch my stream yard. It's only allowing me for 6 fans at a time. But that being said, tomorrow it'll be back to 10.
Well,
Uh, but
I'll bounce out, but I'll still try to listen. All right,
I appreciate you, Cap. Shout
all right,
out.
y'all. Be easy.
All right,
Yo,
later.
later,
Okay.
Al.
Word. All right. So, all right, LM, talk to us. LM, tomorrow night's game. You think we beat the Pelicans?
Um, we probably do. Most of the guys is out anyway. So I mean, if we don't win that, then I don't know. Just like at this point, it is what it is. But win or loss, obviously to me it don't matter. But we should definitely win that game. Um, I don't think Zion. I think Trey Murphy's out, Zion's out, CJ's out. Um, so I don't think they really gonna have none of their best defenders on the court. So uh, yeah, we should probably be what 5 and 6 after tomorrow. So I think we definitely gonna get that win. But nah, I was just listening to y'all talk about the trajectory of the team. Honestly, I don't understand for the young fans. It's kind of easy because we're young. You know what I'm saying? So for the people that's like Mr. Whammy's age and whatnot, it's kind of like rebuild. Like, nah, I want to see the team win now.
Mr.
Like,
Whammy.
you know what I'm saying? God willing, we don't know how much years we got left on this earth. Like, I want to see
Yeah.
a banner raised. You know what I'm saying?
You want to see
So I
something,
kind of
right?
get, yeah. So that perspective is like, I kind of get it. But God willing, if this rebuild does not take long, I don't think it's far fetched to say that it could happen in maybe a year, maybe 2 years. The East is not. I feel is not. I feel like the East. I want the East to get stronger, really, because I really want some competition in the East. But at this point in time, I don't think the East is as strong as the West. As to like, yo, we got mad teams we got to compete with to be good. I just feel like there's
No,
certain teams.
it's gonna balance out of them because
I
the
think
way
yeah,
CB
that's a
is,
possibility. Yeah.
it's not about. It's just that the trajectory that we're going in. It's gonna balance out because OKC not sustainable. What's his name? Phoenix not sustainable. LA is gonna go down. Both LA teams gonna go down. Denver, they rebuilding as of right now, but the other teams we got to see what
Well,
Houston
yeah.
gonna
Well,
do.
for the Lakers and Warriors, they probably do need to think rebuild because two of their best players is, or
No,
a couple
both
years, they
LA
about to
teams and
retire.
Warriors, yeah, they're gonna have to hit the rebuild button
Right.
because
So
and they missed on all them picks, so they're gonna have to do something.
this might, I don't know if this is LeBron's last year. It might be. I don't know if he might play until Bryce gets in the league, but I think after this year, if nothing happened, I think he's out of here. Um, I think so. They might. Who knows? They probably might try to get some picks. They might try to go after AJ the Monster and try to see if they can get him and make some moves. But realistically, our in terms of our deadline, I think realistically, if we do this right, and to Pathon's point, we have the picks is not the issue. It's really the selection. Like we can't go wrong with the selection, especially in a good draft. You like it's different when you talking about last year's draft with Sar and stuff, and it's like, all right, you just got to pick your poison and hope one of these guys turn out to be good. But realistically, in this draft, since you have such a load of lottery talent, with Igor, Trey Johnson, um, Ace, VJ, like it's just so many options that you can pick that can add some sort of winning to this team. So I mean, these guys is balling out too. They ain't going to college. They not playing no games. Open for week one, dudes just dropping 30 balls out the gate. Like, yo, we ready. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, they ready. It's a term. I know people say, yo, it's young. You know, these guys they come into the league. It is a risk, and sometimes they do well, sometimes they don't. But with some players, you just know, soon as they hit the league, they just get off running.
They
And
different, right?
right,
Yeah,
it's different. It's a reason why it's the lottery. These are elite talents that are supposed to help your team win. And I understand that most Nets fans they want to go with Giannis, they want to go with these 30-year-old players, and they want to win now. And I understand that, but realistically, we tried two times, by the way, and it didn't work. So I feel like why not try a different direction, especially with the new CBA where you can't really trade for stuff. They cutting all that big three shit off. It's done. They not allowing that shit no more. They want you to go through the draft.
Yeah,
Like
but
they having you keeping your picks and
yeah,
they having you go through the draft so you can draft your own star. They not going back to yo, three niggas on one team. We about to
Nah, they
run
not
the
doing that no
league.
more.
KD, Steph, and Clay. Like they not that shit is done. It's over for that.
yeah.
So
Even
we
with,
gotta try to. Oh yeah, go ahead, Breezy.
even with the Brown and Tatum thing, I don't think they want us to do that neither. Like this
Yeah,
one for us to get a high draft pick this year, but next year, right after that too, I don't think they trying to fill that. Like they
no,
probably like, nah, y'all gotta compete, man. Ain't no way.
no,
Philly
Breezy.
had
That
Philly had
This
advantage in both
Boston,
back to back. Never
And
forget
remember,
this
that.
we
Bo-
Number one
and remember
overall.
Boston got that because we was bad, not because they
right,
right.
was.
right.
No,
That was good
Breezy.
for us.
This Boston team, the way they structured right now, and the way things going, this is probably the last year they have this team. So after
Really?
this year, yes, after
Yeah,
this year is gonna get ugly because Tatum is gonna start making 57 mil, and what's his name, Jalen Brown gonna be making 50 something. That's pretty much 40 and 40, 80% of the cap, and after that, listen, all that other stuff like it's all about this is business entertainment, and
Hey, hey,
accent
dog.
is built right.
The owners won the championship and sold the team. That's how much
Right.
they didn't want to
Exactly my point.
pay all the
Business
salary cap and
entertainment.
everything that's coming. They sold one of the most valuable teams in the NBA with Grossbeck and them boys. They sold the team because they see the numbers that they're gonna have to pay just to maintain this team. And so it was like, yo, all right, thanks for the championship. We out.
Yeah, this Boston is not sustainable. After this year, maybe next year, it's over. It's not happening, and that's
And
when we're gonna be coming up.
And I think the East, like, and this is why I feel like to AR's point, the East hike he could be on the rise too. I feel like if Lamelo and Charlotte get it together, if Cade and Detroit can get it together, we already seen it with Orlando with Paulo. I think if we get our own young star, we gonna have a couple of battles in the Eastern Conference with
But
the young talent.
but
Like,
Pete, I know. Look at Detroit though. Look at all the talent they got. I think Ivy's a fifth pick. Cade is the first pick. You
mhm.
with that first and the fifth pick in the span of time that they apart. So they got Cade Cunningham in 2021, and they had Ivy in what year they had that?
I think he was next year, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was
To
2022.
back to
If I'm
back.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Back to back, bro. That's tough, bro. From them to get 1 and 5 back to back, you expect them to be more competitive. Those are the
It's how
talent
you
that
build a roster, though, Breezy. Is your coach and how you build a
right. It's
roster.
the coach.
but
It's the coach. I don't think it's the roster.
but
You
no,
know,
that's the point I was making to the
No, it's
talent
not
without
just that. It's that it's what we were talking about before, the overlap. They picked a
no,
point
but
guard
still
3 years in a row. Killian,
you you need
Ivy,
you need
Cade.
the head coach
They
to
didn't
say
improve in any other of the places.
well, that's what I'm saying. How you build how you build a roster. They ain't build a right roster over there because they said they had so many young players that they had to get vets. Plus, they ain't had no shooters for Cade. So you know what I mean? They built
Right. There
that
was
shit
no
all wrong.
spacing on that team at all until recently now. Like, and that's why I said it matters on draft selection and who you get. Like, I know OKC is a small market team, but they've drafted right over the past few years. That counts. You imagine they drafted wrong and they didn't land with Westbrook or with Ibaka or with Harden or whoever the case may be, or even recently with Shed or whatever. Like, you really do got to make the right selection and hope it pans out. Like, yo, you got your guy, and we cannot mess this up, especially in 2 years. Like,
but
we can't mess this up.
that's what I was saying, LM. It's not just the talent; it's the coaching staff around them to focus on the player development side of it and actually give them the real opportunities and chances. Like, I mean, it's different for different franchises. Everybody don't run the same system. Know what I mean? But the Brooklyn Nets with Jordy Fernandez, they looking tougher. I ain't gonna hold you. I think Jordy Fernandez gonna have a firm, you know what I'm saying, understanding of what's going on in the draft next season. I think we're gonna have a lot of say. As much as people think it's gonna be on Marks, it's gonna be on Jordy. Jordy is gonna be the one assisting in that. You know what I'm saying?
Breezy, just
I
breathe.
think he knew the risk taking the job. Like, and especially he explained it. Like, yo, as soon as Sean Marks traded Mikel, he was like, yo, this is the direction we going in. If you are okay with that, then you got the job. And that was basically it. Like, yo, we going in a rebuilding direction. You gonna have a job of coaching these young guys and seeing what they can do. And you know what I'm saying? Horty was up for the challenge, and so far it's looked pretty good. I know it's early, but so far I feel like it has looked pretty good. He's kept us in games. You see more effort on the court. To go back to back games with two of the top teams in the East and to only lose by 4 or 3, to me that's impressive. And you don't even got a star yet. So imagine when you do, like the main numero uno, rather it's Cam Thomas or rather who we get. Imagine you got your guy, and we keeping in games with some of the top teams in the league. Like, you got to give some credit to that.
Let me ask you a question real quick because this is important. Do you feel we know Sean Marks came from San Antonio tree and he was over there for a little bit, like he's
Hmm.
been there. So do you feel a vibe with building something like San Antonio did in years prior?
Ooh, see, like something like San Antonio, that would be a dream come true. I mean,
No,
San
because
Antonio,
Sean
Nah,
Marks
you
is
won't
like
know until after the draft.
yeah, like San
You
Antonio,
gotta
like
wait for the
I've been
draft.
watching for me watching San Antonio since 2002. Like, they was running the league. Like, they was just ran different. I'm not even gonna lie. When the Nets first moved to Brooklyn, my naive little mind, I thought, yo, we have to if we did it right, we could possibly be a San Antonio team in Brooklyn. But it didn't go that way. But depending on who we draft, like San Antonio, it all started with Tim Duncan. Like, knew just knowing that David Robinson was out on the outs, they had another young superstar talent to build around. So, like I said, it's possible. I'm not gonna rule anything out for the team, but if we do this right and select right, and depending on who we get, it could very well be. I do think that the Nets could have a possibility to, you know what I'm saying, get a couple of banners in there. But I think to Pathon's point, it all depends on who you get. It depends on who you get. You can't mess this up. Rather it's the second pick, rather if we get the fifth pick or with the Bucks pick, you gotta select right. You have to. Like, and I know it's a risk anyway because you don't know even if you make the right selection. But with some players, you just know they come into the league and they do their thing. You saw it with Luca, you saw it with Paulo, you saw it with Ant, you see it with Lamelo. Lamelo's balling out his mind. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a
Let me
risk.
clarify you because when I said San Antonio vibe, because we've seen what happened with Carmelo Anthony in Denver, right? It
Mm-hmm.
was they had the team in place. There was a lot of talent, right? Andre Miller, they had Iverson, they had what's his name, Kenyon Martin, they had Birdman, all that talent
Mm-hmm.
they had at that time, but they
Damn
put the
near.
wrong coach in place. George
Mm-hmm.
Karl went, and years after we found out about it, same thing what
Mm-hmm.
happened to Seattle. So when I say Golden, I mean San Antonio. But it's like, do you feel like we have a right GM and a right coach right now who can put, like, even if we got like a lesser talent, but it's a good talent, can they put a team in place and win like a big time, create not one championship? I don't want to see championship. I want to see a dynasty. Like,
Mm.
All right, hold on. Let's slow it down. Because it's
no, don't slow down.
yeah, nah, because we 2 hours in. I'm about to close out. Shout to Adar. I like that energy. I definitely and I heard LM too. I don't want to be Mr. Whammy age and then see a championship. I'm trying to see that. And
Word.
I'm trying to see Mr.
We
Whammy
love Whammy, but
or something like that. And I mean, I'm trying to see a a championship and sooner than that. Sooner than that. But yeah, man, shout out to y'all. So pretty much this seemed like all of us got the win for us versus the Pelicans tomorrow. This is just the pre-cap. Y'all know I'm pulling up for the recap. But yeah, man, y'all already know, man. Nets fans are the best fans. Shout out to Scott, Adar, SL, PT, LM, Eskimo, everybody that was here on the panel earlier, everybody in the chat, Mall Star, Traffic. Even you, King Ribby, man. We not hating on the Knicks. We just, if you could win it, and it's a win or a loss, you could be happy and sad about it. We happy.
Now
That's
you
all.
owe us money. Give it back. Give it
Yeah,
back right now. That's all it is.
yeah, facts. So yeah, nah. Shout out to the whole chat. Nets fans is the best fans. We're gonna be back with the recap tomorrow, right after the game. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hopefully y'all hitting the like and subscribe button, man. This was a great stream. Glad y'all all pulled up, and have a good night, man. I'm gonna be back soon with more content. Peace.
Peace,
peace
peace.
out, y'all.